Mm-hmm. Diachrome.
Diaclone.
Actually, you know what? Since Diaclone, there wasn't a Diaclone TV series. Zeta needs to get a hold. Since it's their fucking design, they need to put up the Diaclone one. And you know how the Silverbolt and the Onslaught apparently have electronics like clip. Well, I know the Silverbolt does. I don't know if Onslaught does, but it has the voice clips.
Mm-hmm.
It should just be one. It should just say Diachrome.
Yeah. I'd buy that.
Fuck yeah, I'd buy that. I need them to sell some more of those fucking repaints because I need that. I need that head kit to come out. I lost the head to my fucking constructor somewhere.
Mm.
I don't know where it went. I think it turned into a cat toy, and I'm probably gonna find it when we move out.
Yeah, just lift up all your furniture. Maybe
Move the couch.
Oh, I've looked everywhere. I think it's somewhere either in the bedroom or the extra room.
You have the green one, right?
Anyway, yeah.
I pre-ordered those body fillers and shit from TF Source like 100 years ago, and it still hasn't come out.
Oh, because you ordered from TF Source.
Yeah. No, like they showed. No, I ordered them from Brandon, but they haven't come out yet.
I got mine from Agabus.
They're supposed to be an upcoming reissue, and like I pre-ordered it, and they just still haven't come out yet.
Oh,
for the yellow one.
Oh, I've got the green ones on BBTS. I don't know if they're ever gonna come out. I might have to do some wheeling and dealing because
someone just tried calling me on Hangouts.
Probably JC.
Hanson's trying to join the call.
Here we go, number 2.
Join.
Okay, that was a really weird notification to get with Paul Rudd.
Painter.
Small.
Yeah, I got a Baldwin drop coming on Saturday.
Nice.
Hey, Hasbro, bud.
Hey, Hasbro, man. I got Siege. I got Siege Wave 3 from a contact in Singapore.
Shanghai.
Hey, everybody.
I still need to get the Voyagers and Leaders yet.
How you doing today?
I had the Leaders in my cart at Target, and I couldn't even buy them for somebody else. I was just like, yeah, no, I'm putting these back.
You know, Lux is like the like Mr. Rogers of the review world.
Yeah, he is.
It's like I do want the Leaders, but I don't want to pay $50 for them.
Yeah, I actually finally ran across them, and I can't even $50 them, dude.
Yeah, that Shockwaves would be a good $20 toy.
You know what? Fuck it, $30 Voyager. I'll pay $30 for it.
Yeah,
$50 is ridiculous, dude.
The 30 is the ultra price point. That's what they should be selling them at.
I can almost see the Ultra Magnus at 40. It's that extra $10. It's like, nah, this is getting fucking crazy.
The only reason they're getting away with fucking that Leader Shockwave is the fact that it's the best fucking like
Shockwave ever.
Ever.
Oh, don't worry. Wei Zhang's going to get a hold of it, and it's going to be made out of 120% die-cast. There's just going to be chunks of nickel in the box. Like, when you open it. Left over.
Are we ready to start the show?
Oh, it's live.
Oh, okay, we're already going? Take back everything I said about everybody. Really. I didn't say anything.
I'm just waiting for Welty to take the reins.
Oh, God. Pull on my reins, Welty.
Shut up.
So this is some like weird format show, or are you guys going to talk about? Is everybody going to talk about what they got and all that stuff? Or
no?
This is the unscripted every other week show.
Oh, okay.
This is the Welty show.
Yeah.
So what do you want? What do you want to talk about, Meat Man?
Meat.
Well, first of all, start. How's everybody doing today?
Good.
Fantastic.
Just Ducky.
Yeah.
I don't live in Iowa, so I'm doing all right.
Hey now.
We're all doing all right, except for one.
It's cold in Iowa.
I'm JC. I like to make it real big. Ooh.
but my Jeep wouldn't start this morning.
Oh, goddamn, look at me. I'm standing out here having a vape in my Jeep tape, making it real big. I'm making it real big in my pants. Woo woo.
Oh fuck!
That's the best. Why weren't you doing this like for the last fucking year?
It's sitting right next to me.
So DA, once those robots come out, when are you gonna retire?
What the fucking the Roomba lawnmowers?
Yeah.
Nah, man, unless you could like program it to, like your yard or some shit, like it's never gonna get like the nice like lines in there. It's not gonna go out and pick up sticks and shit, and like it's not gonna edge like the sidewalk and weed whack. Like that'll never replace me.
I didn't click on that link that he shared in the chat, but I'm wondering if they work if they work on the same. I mean, I know it's a Roomba. I mean, it's the same company, so
Yep.
I wonder if it works on the same software and the principles of the indoor Roomba, because that dude wrote a program to where you can hack into your Roomba's memory
Oh, I know what you're going.
turn your house into a old school Doom map that you can
That'd be
play on the
cool.
computer.
That'd be badass. Do your whole fucking yard. Do your whole
And
property.
your house and everything. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be
And I
really
could
cool
pop-
if you could do the same thing with that, but instead of a Doom map, it's a Mario Kart 64 map.
Oh.
That'd be sweet.
Man, it'd be really cool is if like you did the Doom map and you put ISIS outside and you spawned inside the house to keep them from coming in.
But you put what outside?
Put ISIS. Do you call it like a Black Ops zombie map with ISIS on it? ISIS trying to break in your house.
I thought you said ISIS, but it took me a minute. I was like, what's he
Yeah.
talking about? But yeah, I can see that.
Man, 600 more credits and I get a wall. Fuck.
Zombies.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Didn't you guys play the Resident Evil 2 remake?
Nah, not yet.
Nah, man.
Oh, man, it's fucking good.
It's just an old game, like redone. I mean, it's just gonna look cooler. Like whoop.
No, it looks like they actually.
No,
made
it's
it
completely
good.
remade.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, did you play 4? Resident Evil 4? That was the one with the Lost Plagas or whatever? Where you're in, like, the third world country?
yeah, I never really got.
Was
into
that in the
Resident
Ukraine?
Evil games.
That was in Iowa.
Or
Yeah. I think it was Iowa or Idaho.
It'll be
Um,
all right.
So it's that style of gameplay, but it's Resident Evil 2. So like you have like the same, it's not the exact same maps, but it's the same like situations. Like you can tell like, hey, this is the same office
Re-
that I was in 2000 or
Resident Evil
99 or
2.
whatever.
Resident Evil 2 is the original game, the same way that MP10 is Optimus Prime's G1 counterpart. So what are we talking about tonight, Welty?
Well, for starters, bear with me. I've never done this before, so if I fuck up, I fuck up. I don't care.
Oh, don't worry, we're gonna use lube.
We're
Wait a
not your
minute.
girlfriend. You don't have to explain it to us.
Yeah.
You're fucking co-host of goddamn TKO Fanboys. You've done this shit before.
Yeah, y'all have already gotten more views than we have. You know.
Yeah.
Or subscribers, anyways.
So the first discussion topic is if you were a Transformer, whether it's a character or a toy, what would you be?
I would be RC just so I can get those tits.
Newsflash, JL, you already have those tits.
Fuck you.
I'd be that fucking Transformer dildo that we saw a couple years ago, I think.
With a hot rod?
Making around.
The hot rod with the rabbit ears.
Yep.
Yep.
Cool.
You should check out the Amazon reviews for that thing.
For which thing? I'm sorry, I had to take the earpiece away.
But
Amazon reviews for which thing?
for the hot rod dildo with the rabbit ears on it.
Ah, damn it! And then I accidentally turned my speakers down with my shirt. One more time. What Amazon reviews?
The hot rod dildo with the rabbit ears on it.
Oh no! Fuck all that. Never mind. I thought you were talking about an actual like toy, like some horrible Chinese knockoff or something. Oh no! I've had enough. I've had enough Kiss players in my life.
Gross. All right, so who else wants to be a Transformer?
Well, I mean, if I was a Transformer, I would be a car, and I'd be a Decepticon, and I'd be my car.
Man,
Nice.
if you were a Transformer, you'd be a fucking jump box.
Yeah.
Get them
I'd
cars
be a
running.
badass, gangster-ass Decepticon.
Are there any lawnmower Decepticons?
No.
Like a big old fucking John Deere mower.
Or animated. You could be like animated wreck car.
Oh,
I really like animated wreck car though. That's why. That's one reason I said it. Like I actually really think that was a really good update to that character.
Oh yeah, and Weird Al did a excellent job as the voice for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Weird
God
Al
rest
is a
his soul.
badass.
And speaking of anime, probably the one that best resembles my body type would probably be animated Bulkhead. Only I don't have short, stubby legs like he does or like Matt does.
I got short, stubby legs.
I saw Weird Al a couple of years ago. It was fucking amazing.
Nice.
was it?
Dude, it was probably one of the greatest shows I've ever been to in my life. I mean, he came out in, like the fat, like every song he'd like, you know, come out in a different costume, and they did all the
awesome.
hits.
Yeah.
And, dude, it was great.
He needs to do a Super Bowl halftime.
Dude, he's in Wisconsin all the time. He loves touring in Wisconsin.
Yeah, I can see that being a good show, but I just don't know if I could convince myself to go.
Well, I took my
Does
daughter.
that make sense?
I took
Yeah,
my
like
daughter because she really was really into him for a while.
yeah.
Well,
So I was like-
Loretta,
and it was a
like,
reason for me to go to at the same time. Kind of exactly what you're kind of talking about there.
Loretta
Yeah,
would like
like-
to
Alright.
do that too.
We took a little family vacation to the Omaha Zoo and saw him over in Omaha, and it was a good
Did a
time.
pickup.
Yeah. I just looked it up. He's only in Madison, and that's one of the few shows that are sold out already.
It's because it's Weird Al, bud.
He's still touring.
Yeah, well, no, yeah, for sure. And the guy looks like he's fucking 20 still.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's the
really.
advantage of looking like he did when he was young.
He looked goofy. He looked old when he was younger, and now he's
Right.
old and he
And
looks
now he
young.
hasn't got any older.
It helps getting rid of the mustache.
Yeah.
He's an organ. He ages in reverse.
But yeah, the guy still performs awesome, and his fucking band is money. I mean, they play the songs like, you know, that you've heard on the radio or whatever your whole life, and they nail it every time. The band's super talented.
Nice.
Okay, so without being judgy, and if you like either, then that's fine. You know, you like what you like. That's no reason to judge. But from the Transformers the movie soundtrack, what do you think is the more cringy show to go to? Do you think going to a Stan Bush show or a Weird Al show would be more cringy?
I think going to the Stan Bush show would probably be more cringy.
Yeah,
Yes,
Yeah, I agree.
Stan Bush was cringy for the 80s.
Yeah. Now, like, if you want to throw in like maybe like the movie soundtrack stuff and throw Linkin Park into it, I mean, I'd say they're probably the most cringy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because you're standing at a grave for fucking
Oh.
an hour and a half, waiting for the show to start, and then you're like, oh wait, never mind.
Jesus.
Did you? I cannot find it on the internet. I can't seem to find it, but I actually stumbled on a Stan Bush The Touch remix that they shot to Paramount for the first movie, for the first live action movie.
Yeah,
And it's got like rap rock in it and shit.
yeah, it was his attempt to try to get in the first movie and make him walk out.
He failed.
Yeah, that video. They even did a video for it, and like that shit it's gold. Like watching a special ed bus wreck gold. Like you don't want to look at it, but it's still a train wreck. Even though you know it's morally wrong, you're probably going to hell for it.
Painter.
It's liquid.
Painter, man. Okay, painter.
Cool dangle fuck Peter Bud and Jeeps. Vapes, man.
I
Texas
I ain't
Roadhouse.
I ain't seen my painter in about 2 years, but painter, man. Whoosh.
Hey, John, we see you. Just say hi.
Can you hear me?
Hi.
Barely.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. 'Cause,
Hi.
or not. Hi, how's it going?
Painter and stuff.
It's fan-fucking-tastic, buddy. We're just rolling the punches here.
Oh, hell yeah. That's the best way to do it.
So wait, if you and Welty are on, who's watching the show?
Hey, John, I'm gonna whoop you. Just come by.
Oh, boy.
Greg, you should just pretend to be Catfish for the rest of the show.
I'm gonna whoop you.
You know,
Man.
start
Wait a
hitting on
minute.
Start hitting on his sister while you're at it.
JC ain't gonna whoop shit, dude.
Oh, shots fired!
True.
Shots fired!
He
Oh,
ain't
wait a
gonna
minute, we
fucking
didn't-
whoop a
we
fucking
didn't-
goddamn thing.
Damn, it's gonna be a fucking battle royale. It's gonna be
Wait a
fucking
minute.
Dustin and Hanson versus fucking Bugs and JC, I guess. I don't know.
Dude, I whooped JC and he knows it.
But then y'all would fuck after you were done, so it doesn't.
Yeah,
make
but
sense.
it's just going to end in a heap of man meat.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah.
that's just foreplay.
You have to think that fucking Eric would probably just pick JC up like fucking and do like melee moves like fucking Zangief with the fucking spike bat.
JC would probably be like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna make it real big in your ass here tonight."
Hey, you wait right there 5 minutes. I'm calling Derp. 5 minutes. You wait.
That's
I'm
Oh.
gonna make it real big.
He don't have any minutes. I'm gonna go pick him up. You just stand right here.
You keep talking.
Well,
You keep saying JC saying fucking doing it real big, but that's my catchphrase, not his. He stole it.
did he catch it
Fucker.
like a fish?
Nah, man.
And then he fucked it like a fish.
Well,
No,
y'all
that
need to
might
stop
be some
talking shit
fat
about
chick
my
from
boy now.
Wisconsin.
Hey, look, if he's not going to come on his own show and defend himself, I'll fucking come on his show and talk shit about him.
Yeah.
I fuck with JC. I fucked with him despite how he gets on my nerves all the time. I fucked with him about as long as I fucked with anybody in this fucking.
Well, right, because you guys were
Bitch
married
shit.
once, right?
Yeah.
How'd
You
you
met
know?
on eHarmony or whatever. You guys,
Yeah, it was,
you guys behaved
it was-
like it.
It was plenty of fish.
Well, that explains why he was there. He thought
I
it was fucking
catfished him.
fish and he was
He
like,
thought he showed up to a fucking place to fucking catch fish.
well, I said there's plenty of them.
Nah, I remember my first TF con, like, someone started yelling. I was tired as fuck. I'd been on a bus for 6 hours. I was fucking tired. Like, I was lugging my fucking, I was about to say my laundry, my luggage. And then someone just yells my name across the parking lot, and I'm like, fuck. I just dropped my bag, and I turn around, and I'm
Time
like,
to
all right. It's like first fight of the weekend, and it's fucking Justin. He comes and he's like, hey, man, what's up? He's like, I brought you something, and he brought me a Rodimus Prime Masterpiece combined rifle that I've been trying to find forever. And he's like, you can have it, man. I got you one. And that was the start of a really good weekend.
What a
Mhm.
fucking nerd.
Nerd.
Did you give me a handy?
No, fuck no.
Well, you deserved that. I mean, at least.
I got drunk with him and Derp.
Fucking dirt bus.
Yeah, where was our subject again? What was our
We all
subject
heard it
again?
and then just went on a tangent, which is fine.
Something about
Oh,
being a
okay. being
being a transformer.
That's a really broad question. Someone asked that on Shattercast last week, or sent that in, but they said the DJD.
No,
And
yeah.
even that was kind of hard to pin down. So, I
Pain.
don't know.
I want to be the one that grinds shit into its abdomen.
Whenever I
Helix, whatever his name is.
Whenever I take those stupid Facebook quizzes, I always come out of Shockwave.
Nice.
Those little personality quizzes, what Transformer are you? But I don't know. He is probably my second favorite Transformer, if not third. So
Who would the other two be?
it varies. That's why I say third, because you can never say your favorite anything that you're into. You know what I mean? What's your favorite song?
So
it's best to have a third favorite. That way, the first two spots are open.
So you're a little bit your favorite fluid.
My favorite what?
I said your favorite fluid. You don't have a set favorite. all
God
the
damn it,
time.
Bugs, why you trying to make this some liberal or gender shit?
My favorite fluid is water.
Yeah,
And then
water's the killer.
second and third is
Fire, bud.
third sweet tea and vodka.
Yeah, they're awesome.
I'm trying to stick to the just fucking liquor, water, and fucking coffee diet. Like no soda
I'm not-
and shit.
I don't drink coffee much anymore. I stopped for a while because I was drinking a lot of coffee, and now I drink like 1 cup, and I get the jitters.
Yeah, I only drink it like when I need it, like when I'm tired or like to kind of get me going. Like sometimes, like when I go out to go move snow, I'll take a cup with me, but I don't drink it daily by any means.
Yeah. I like to mix a little
on
hot
it when I
chocolate in
take
mine.
it too.
I used to drink a lot of coffee, but now it's like once or twice a week. I'll drink a lot of coffee, and then the rest of the week I won't drink it at all.
Whenever I drink coffee, my fucking piss smells like a goddamn Starbucks.
Nice.
I've been doing old man speedballs all month. Drink a strong cup of coffee and take a muscle relaxer.
Cool.
And it's been getting me through like my pain, my back pain.
Why don't you just do some drugs too?
I don't have any drugs.
Oh.
I don't do drugs. Unless somebody's got some. I don't have any.
Yeah. What we doing?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, I don't know if there's any drugs I'd really even do anymore. I mean, smoke weed, obviously. Like, I do that whenever I get the chance.
Maybe do some omeprazole.
I'm kind of over it, man. I'm kind of over the drugs. I did a lot of drugs.
Growing out of it and shit.
Time. Well, it's not even that. I just don't think my body can handle it. Like, going hard on the coke like I used to, like, I just don't think my heart could handle that at this age. And I'm definitely not going hard on the fucking opiates because, I mean, that's just fucking retarded.
So you say it's not them, it's you.
And it's I talk to the wife about this all the time. Like, I'm like, if I could find some acid, do you want to drop just for old time's sake? And she's like, no, and neither should you. I probably eat some mushrooms, but yes, like the chemical stuff. Like, I think it's probably not a good idea for me in my old age. But I probably anything natural I do. Smoke some weed, eat some mushrooms. But you can't really do that when you're at work. So, well, you can't eat mushrooms at work.
Well, you can. It's just kind of fucky.
Well, when I was 18, I used to eat fucking all sorts of shit at work. I remember I worked at this pizza place in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, and I bought
pizza there too.
I did. I lived off pizza for years because it was free.
Right.
That's how I bought drugs. I remember I picked up a vial of liquid acid, and I didn't know the dude, and so I tested it before I paid for it because he was like, "You can test it." And like we hung out for a little bit, and then I forgot. I just didn't even think I had to go to work. So I showed up to work tripping balls, and we all rotated dishwashing shifts because no one wanted to dishwash.
Oh,
so they just took
tripping acid would be insane.
Dude, the oven was right beside the sink. It was like a heavy brick oven. They took towels and made a fucking chain, and they chained me to the oven so I couldn't wander off into the street or the dining room. And I just stood there washing dishes all night.
They're like, keep it making dishes, bud. He's here.
There was another time where I bought some red gel tabs off a coworker, and I was like, "All right, man, guys, we got to get going. We got to get out of here." And someone's like, "It's really nice to see you taking a leadership role and motivating people." I'm like, "Dude, I just take 4 hits of acid. I got about 30 minutes for I start tripping balls. Stay leadership shit. I gotta go." And he's like, "Oh, you got any more?"
Safe space.
Well, we used to.
Work was always fun. Lots of drugs. Everyone does drugs in the restaurant field.
Yeah, we had a outside.
Your wait staff is fucked up. Your cooks, they're fucked up.
Yep.
Like, just accept it.
Wait staff's drunk. The cooks are fucked up. Probably the guy taking your money's drunk.
Okay.
Our owner was a fucking giant cokehead.
Cool.
Cool. No, we had to fucking put a policy in place behind his back because the register would come up short all the time whenever he was in town because he lived in Atlanta.
Well,
and like, he was just coming up.
He's got coke to do, all right. Like what?
Yeah, he was just coming up into fucking in the restaurant and just taking money out of the register and not telling anybody and go buy
the till.
Yeah, he didn't understand how bookkeeping works. He just knew how pizza and Coke worked. He hoped that the people he paid knew.
They both go in his face, and that's all he needs to know.
Yeah.
Pizza makes the tummy go. Coke makes me want the more pizza.
It was actually a pretty cool place to work because we had an outside walk-in. And you could get up on the beer kegs and climb up on top of that. And then from that, you could get on the roof of the building. And you could walk across the buildings because it was like I don't know if anybody's ever been to Chapel Hill, but I mean, there's like strips of buildings, like all connected. It's not like
Yeah,
single
I know what
buildings.
you're talking about, type shit.
And you could go like sit up on the marquee of the movie theater next door, like hang out with the gargoyles. We had gargoyles outside the pizza place,
Cool.
and like you could just hang out up there and just fucking trip nuts and just watch
Talk to
people. on a Friday
gargoyles.
night. Yeah, it was fun. It was a good place to live if you're when you're like 17, 18 years old. But
Nice.
now it's all gentrified and fucking
Dilapidated,
Sephoras and all sorts of fucking bullshit.
hipster
Craft
Yeah.
beer gardens.
shit. Yep.
I want some beer.
Little microbrewery bars that only serve their beer.
Yeah, but when I lived there, it was like, I mean, they probably still do, but UNC, it's right there at the campus. So UNC, people would flood the street for Halloween. I mean, it was like elbow to elbow, shoulder to shoulder. And we used to buy beer with our employee discount, and then after work, we'd go sell beer in the crowd.
Nice.
And
To
mark
people.
it up and have the employee discount and then still mark it up like a boss, right?
Yeah. Oh, and then
Cool.
the news would park, and we'd get up on top of the news van, and we'd stage dive into the crowd. It was so fucking. It was fun, man. It was a good time. I miss that place. They
Your
closed
news crew
down.
sounds pretty cool.
Well, let's get us back on track.
They couldn't really
Yeah.
stop. Anyway,
Yeah, hey, Welty, what's the next question, man?
Next question, bud.
This question is, why is Marvel better than DC?
Because it's fucking Marvel,
Yeah.
Shit.
Because they're better at making movies, although DC's better at making animated shit.
Yeah.
I could see that. I don't know. Spider-Verse was kind of a game changer for that one.
Was it?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
That was a pretty good movie.
Are you talking about just like overall like comics or just overall
Yeah,
in general?
well, pretty much just everything, like the movies, comics, TV shows, just everything. Because I think Marvel is basically bending DC over and giving them a good old time.
I think it's because Marvel's characters are more in depth. Most of them people identify with Marvel characters as themselves. There's more like character development within it, where DC's kind of just like, here we are, let's do it. You know.
I'm Batman. I'm a brooding cunt.
Well, do you think part of the problem is just with DC, all the made-up locations like Gotham City and Metropolis, whereas Marvel characters are in New York City and actually real places that you can relate to and understand and see.
I think that's what it is.
I think
Yeah.
that, does add to it. But like these are all most of the time Marvel stuff is like people that ended up gaining their ability because of some mutation or an accident, where like DC stuff is just like Superman, he's from Krypton. Like it's easier to identify with like, a teenager that's growing up, going through changes and stuff, and then all of a sudden he turns into a fucking mutant.
Hey,
I mean,
and
you
all
do
the fucking...
get a little.
God.
No, I was just gonna say you do get a little bit of that in DC with like Cyborg and a couple other characters, but yeah, that's actually pretty spot on. Like that's a really definite. Like these people were born metahumans for the most part, as DC calls it, with the exception of like Cyborg and Flash and whatnot. Whereas usually in Marvel, it's people that have to adapt to changes like at some point in their life.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's why all the millennials go and see the movies. Oh.
I mean, all the fucking character names: Superman, Batman, Aquaman. I mean, is this the best the man can get?
That's what I'm saying. Marvel's more in depth. That they just are.
Yeah, and their casting's a lot better too.
And Wonder Woman, what'd they give her? A fucking invisible jet.
Okay, no. I said last night on the chat, I said, what the fuck kind of name is Gal Gadot? What is this shit?
She's an Israeli.
I was salty about it just because.
Why are you salty about it?
That is a gorgeous
I don't know. I just think it sounds like a ridiculous name.
She was a combat instructor in the Israeli army.
They should fuck you up.
What are you, some kind of anti-Semite?
Yeah, because I like to make it real big and high.
Dude, now you're starting to make him sound like fucking Cookie Monster.
All you gotta do is throw a little fucking twang in your voice and be like, "Nah, man."
Yeah, about all right.
No, man, you goddamn liberal ginger in Iowa. I don't need that shit, motherfucker.
No, you got to drop your voice a little bit because his voice got deeper when he got stuck in his throat.
Yeah,
You
about
gotta
all
say
right.
shit like fucking steak only, bud, and fucking right is law.
Right law, I like to make it real big in my pants. Ugh.
All
Right
right,
is law
let's
in
get off
fucking
of that.
rain, bud.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, he's
What's
the
the-
only person I know that's actually petitioned the city council to change the name of their town because it's too Native American.
Nah.
Just kidding. I want them damn illegals naming my towns Hiawatha. We ain't no Pocahontas shit out here.
We goddamn took that fucking land away from them fair and square. Fuck them.
Jesus! Wow!
Oh, we got demonetized. We weren't even monetized yet.
Oh fuck!
Doesn't he claim to be part Indian?
Yeah, of course. All white people
Does
are.
he?
Oh, we
Yeah.
all partying there, some shit.
I don't know any.
I
I
called
don't
it
know.
catfish once. That makes me Native American.
I don't know any white people that aren't like part something, part Native American, man.
I'm not. I'm goddamn French and Irish and I
He's
think
a
there's some
fucking
German
nut, just like the rest of us.
and I think a little German, a little Russian, and I think if I recall correctly. But there's no Native American in my family. I'm not even gonna try to claim that bullshit.
Yeah, me neither, man.
Come on, get some of that casino money.
There's probably some strychnine in my blood. That's about the only thing extra.
There's definitely some of that in our blood. That's for sure.
Some moonshine and strychnine. That's about the only thing in my blood that we picked up in America.
The closest to Native American blood that's in my family is my grandmother used to own a bar like a mile south of the reservation, and so she was hooking them all up with fire water.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think JL's the fucking full blooded here because he's the one addicted to firewater.
I like firewater.
Shit's good for you.
So what's the next question?
Wait, hold on. JL's from the Outer Banks, right? Are you from
Yeah.
the Outer Banks or are you from Virginia?
No, I'm from Norfolk. I'm from Norfolk,
Where's the-
Virginia.
Where's the Lost Colony?
It's here. It's in Manio.
You might be, because I can't fucking remember which one of those little towns, because it's like Manio, Swansboro, like it's everything in that one little piece of Highway 70.
It's one county with like 50 towns.
You might be like the last surviving descendant of the Lost Colony.
Maybe.
You might be like the mixed baby.
Nah,
Yeah,
man,
well,
we're Jews, bud.
What they don't know is that they went to Israel. That's where they went. They left. Found our way back.
No, you were that one. You're that one Native American that converted.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting you're Jewish.
Yes.
I think it's by
I don't
choice,
believe
though.
that shit though.
My-
Yeah, I
my-
don't.
He chooses to be Jewish because
I don't
it's
think there
good
was
for business.
anybody. I don't think there was anybody from any of my family, like any of my extended family or anything that was here in this country like over 100 years ago. Like they're all like late immigrants here.
I don't know that redneck's been in the South for a long time.
Yeah, maybe.
It'll be all right.
So what's the next question?
Oh well, I was just gonna say add one thing to the Marvel thing. I'm sorry, and then I'm probably the one that got it off track talking about Indians. But
It'll be all right.
I grew up reading comics. Kit did not, and with the movies coming out, Kit started picking up on comics, kind of like get some background because she actually really she went and saw Iron Man and really liked it. So she's getting into the movies. She wants to know more about the comics. But as her reading the comics, she likes the Marvel movies, obviously, because she's sane. But she likes DC comics more. She likes the DC comics better than Marvel comics, and then vice versa with the movies. Whereas I grew up on the Marvel, so I'm wondering, maybe the whole DC versus Marvel, maybe it's just maybe it's a childhood thing. I don't want to say indoctrinated, but you know what I mean. Maybe it's just something that you grew up on, and so ingrained into your brain that like you have a preference. Because I don't really know that many people that aren't hardcore comics fans. Like, I mean, I'm talking diehards that can say they love both.
Right.
That share like a wealth of knowledge, and like they know, because you know, like you get your Marvel fan, it's like, oh well, this happened in this issue and blah 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 blah. I mean, some people can do it, you know what I mean. And the same thing with the DC, they're like, oh well, this is this and this happened, and I can explain who Cable is, and I can explain who this is, and all this convoluted comic bullshit. But you don't often meet someone that can do both. You know what I mean?
I don't do either of
They
those.
don't leave their basement, so I mean, I guess you wouldn't meet them. But
I just do image only.
are you serious?
No.
Image is actually.
I was like, what?
Image is pretty good though. But
What's Image? What's Image these days? That was Wildcats and shit, right?
yeah, they're the ones that doing they do like Saga and they do a couple other like short runs that I've read.
What's the main imprint for Walking Dead? I know it's Skybound, but what's above that?
Well, I think Image is the one that releases those.
Oh, okay. Well, I can get behind that.
Yeah.
I like grass growing and bonging and paint drying, and I like Walking Dead comics.
My favorite color is clear.
Oh, can JL, as a former resident of Virginia, what are your thoughts on the recent shoot down of legalizing the marijuana?
No, I'm not surprised. We're gonna get it in North Carolina first.
Why is Virginia more fucking hillbilly than fucking North Carolina?
I don't know, man. They don't like to have no fun. That's why I moved. Yeah, I don't know why they wouldn't legalize it, man. They're right next to DC and shit, and they already did. Oh, I guess they decriminalized it. They didn't legalize it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's fine.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's cheaper on the streets anyways. Get caught with a bag, they just write you a ticket and leave you alone. It's like a traffic violation.
Michigan is legalizing. Like they're on the fast track. Like when they got a new governor, they're like fast track legalization. But law enforcement's like, we're cracking down, like the highway patrol and shit. So like that's gonna be like a hot stretch of road for a while. I don't know how long to give it.
They gotta fucking get as many busts as they can until it goes legal, bud.
Yeah. But I mean, like Michigan's 2.5 hours from here, and I'll make a 5-hour round trip to go buy some shot bud, you know. That's fine for me. I'll make the trip once a month and fucking buy as much as I can.
And they're gonna start setting up the traps, the state line.
Yeah, they'll do that shit.
Well, they're going to do it for a while, but they can't keep it up forever. They're going to do it to make an example, and not. So, and then they're going to back off of it. So,
I think weed's getting to the point in America now where it's like there's two types of people. You've either tried it or you already think it's legal.
Yeah, I mean, it might as well be. It's the easiest thing to get for people that aren't 40 that live in the suburbs. But other than that, it's like the easiest thing to get. I mean, it's easier. It's probably easier because in the Franklin County, which is where Columbus is, they decided to fucking they fucked the 18-year-olds a couple years ago. They changed the smoking age from 18 to 21. So people that were already hooked on cigarettes that were like 19, they have to wait 2 more years to buy another pack.
How can they even do that shit?
Like you liked it, that shit, didn't you? Now
well, most of the time when they make a law like that, if you already have age at the time, like you get.
No, I asked about it, and they were like, nope.
Shit.
Yeah, because I saw the sign one day in the liquor store because they sell cigarettes in liquor stores here, and I was like, wait, what? I was like, what if they're already 18? It's like, nope, it rolled back. I'm like, what? No, that's fucking retarded. No wonder they're smoking crack. No wonder Ohio has the worst fucking opiate epidemic in the entire country. You're taking the cigarettes away. What are you going to turn to? You can't get cigarettes. You go buy some fucking heroin on the corner.
Jesus.
No, it's easier. It's easier for kids to get heroin and pot here in this city than it is to buy a pack of cigarettes.
Damn.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's just the laws. They're focusing the laws in the wrong places. Like when I was a kid, when I was 15, I could go into the drugstore in Chapel Hill and buy a pack of cigarettes, and the dude knew I was underage. He didn't give a fuck.
Yeah,
he'd sell me a pack of cigarettes.
I used to go fucking buy my aunt cigarettes all the time. I was like fucking
with a note
11, 12.
Oh yeah, when you had a note. Yeah, oh yeah, back in the day, the country. When I lived in the country, it was like that. I go get my dad Winston's.
I didn't even need a fucking note. I just knew I wasn't smoking them.
Yep. But now it's like you got to fucking show your birth certificate, 3 forms of ID, your microchip.
Yep.
I get carded for alcohol. And I'm like, do I really look like I'm under 21?
Sorry, sir. We just have to do this randomly, just like the TSA.
Well, we have barcodes on our cards here, and they'll scan them. Especially Target. Target will scan it.
Oh yeah, your ID. We have them too.
Yeah, your license ID, whatever you have, whatever card they all have.
Glad we don't have that. That would
just
suck.
scan it. Yeah.
I'm not wearing my fucking license out.
Well, because they can tell if it's a fake and shit too.
Yeah. Well, they do that to me at the Giant Eagle, which is like it's like Harris Teeter, Kroger. I mean, it's like the regional chain here. But they have the liquor store that's closest to us, like closest on our way home. So we usually stop there. And the same clerk that deals with me every day.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. No, every other day. No, he has to do it because he doesn't know who's watching. And he's always like, can you pull it out? I just scan it. And like,
they're just keeping track of who's buying all the dope, bud.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
They need to be focused on this fucking all the people selling fucking black tar heroin to 13-year-olds, and not people buying, not 40-year-olds buying liquor and 18-year-olds buying cigarettes.
Let's play the flowchart game.
Yeah, that's right. I'm on my soapbox, Kit.
How do we get to black tar heroin from Marvel or DC?
Wait, what did you say? What was that?
Good question.
Black tar heroin one?
I said, let's play the flowchart game. How do we get from black tar heroin from Marvel or DC?
Great.
Well, if you've ever seen a DC movie, you probably had to introduce some black tar heroin, and here we are. So there you go. Oh wait, hold on. No, let's play it right. Let's do the bacon game. So DC started with Superman. Superman versus Batman. Batman that introduced Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman wanted to find other metahumans with Bruce Wayne. What are we on? Is this 6? It was 6 degrees, so we're on 3. They formed the Justice League with Aquaman. Aquaman had his own movie featuring Black Manta, black tar heroin.
There you go.
Does that work?
6 degrees of black tar heroin.
Yep, that should be a thing. Sorry, guys.
What's the next question?
All right. Next question is: if JC did not have a Jeep, what type of car do you think he would be driving instead? I think in his case, it might be that little shitty moped from Dumb and Dumber.
No, see, I'm going Dumb and Dumber, but I'm talking that fucking dog wagon.
The dog wagon, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a manly fucking car right there.
True story. I was at a Comic-Con a few years ago, and one of the cars they had on display was the car from Dumb and Dumber.
The Mutt Cut Sprint van.
You
Yeah, and
want to hear the most annoying sound in the world? You hear it right now.
I asked the guy, I said, how did you get your hands on this car? And he said, I was really good friends with the CEO, one of the CEOs of New Line Cinema, and he was moving, so he gave me this car as a gift, and I go to the Comic-Cons and I put it on display because I know there's a lot of fans who love this movie. So
yeah, especially those guys in the fucking orange and blue tuxedos.
Yeah.
Hey, I actually saw that on the Wizard World Comic-Con, actually, now that you mention it. I remember it was there.
Yeah, I took some pictures of it. It was pretty cool. It was actually used in the car, and it was a backup, too, just in case if the other one failed.
So you said the moped. So would he be piss frozen to it now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty warm. Just go, man.
I wonder if the battery works in that moped right now.
Well, until JC bought that fucking Jeep, man, he was driving around a goddamn Ford Escape. And now he's got this Jeep, and he's all like, man, fucking Jeep life, man, and everything else is fucking trash. What are you driving a Ford Escape before?
What the fuck is an Escape?
It's like a...
Alcohol.
It's like the...
Good answer.
Do you know what a Chevy Equinox is? It's kind of like Ford's version. It's like a small SUV / car.
Yeah, it's like a fake. It's like a fake UV.
Gotcha.
Yeah, fake UV. Yeah, it's like a mid-size. I mean, a small SUV.
It's a Ford Focus with 22s on it.
I could see.
John, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, where is he? Say something,
I know he's
John.
looking for a beater.
I'm here. I'm just listening to you guys talk a bunch of
You're
shit.
making too much noise.
Mute yourself.
John, talk. Say something.
Hi, how's it going?
Hi,
Hey,
John.
good. What kind of car would JC drive?
Say something better.
Yeah.
I think JC would drive like a I don't know, something that says gay. Probably like a Prius or something, or maybe one of those. You know, about of course, yeah, he's a large guy, but then again, usually larger guys, I don't know, like maybe he would drive smaller cars, but I don't know because
he's not even a large guy. He's
Small.
He's my height, and he's got small feet.
No, he needs a clown car because he's a fucking clown.
Dude, he was talking about his gut.
oh my God.
Yeah, he definitely carries all that weight in the chin and the chest.
Jesus. Y'all, man, just trashing my boy.
I'm not trashing your boy. Your boy
Nice to be
trashed
here.
himself.
He's our boy, too.
God,
Jesus. You're a fucking savage, Greg.
No, like I said, man, I fuck with him longer than I fuck with a lot of people. So it's fine. Like in this, like the online internet transformer shit. So if anyone gets to talk shit, him, Justin Lennett, and Ken G, also known as Kenneth, are probably like some of my oldest fuck around fuckers
How
The
is
fuckery?
Ken doing?
that are still around.
I haven't seen Ken in chat lately.
he's
Nah,
there. He
he's-
pops in every now and then.
Yeah, he's too busy fucking building a hydrogen bomb
Oh,
or doing some other smart kid shit. Collecting transformers like he's dumb, but he's really fucking super smart. Either that or he's just fucking smoking a lot of weed. I'm not sure which. I think it's probably actually the latter. Now that I...
She'd always be doing that. I mean,
at least he's not like smoking crack.
Yeah, Bugs. At least he's not smoking crack.
right?
Was that a message? Are you trying to send me a little signal like we're gonna meet up later?
Not you. I was thinking of another friend that was in chat for a long time and disappeared.
Oh yeah, that was a heron. That was a heron that got him.
The hair on.
Let's see if we can take this to a darker place.
I think we could probably get worse.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
good.
For sure. JR,
Yeah.
what do you think that Catfish would be driving if he wasn't driving that goddamn Jeep, bud?
A smart car with eyelashes on the headlights.
And a fucking Mary Kay sticker in the back windshield.
A
He
big
does,
one.
he does insist that he's smarter than everyone else.
Yeah,
Dude,
so
this
why
shit
wouldn't he
had
write
me
it?
fucking
He'd take a big
laughing.
Take a big old pull off his vape and be like, "Fuck, get fucking 41 miles to the gallon with that motherfucker, bud."
And the best part is, I get to go to all the fast food places and ask for the grease trap.
I think JC's most fitting vehicle would be one of those old World War II SS Jeeps. I think his dream car would be a Miata, and I think his his actual vehicle would be some old beat up fucking pickup truck with some giant ass diesel pipes on the side, like just there, like just duct taped on for fucking like pro look.
Yeah, it's not even a diesel car, but it has big old pipes on it.
License plate just says SMOLPNR.
With a big old Trump sticker on the back window, so you can't even see out the back.
Yeah.
And every time he gets pulled over because his vision's blocked, he's like, "What are you, fucking liberal police? Take my gun. Take it."
Trying to push your liberal agenda on me.
Here, I found JC's car. I'll put it in chat.
No. Oh, I forgot about that chat. The saddest part about the chat is I'm gonna get kicked out if the show's over. Whoa, that's a peanut reveal.
It somehow looks French.
It does look classy as fuck.
I like the one on top. I like the one Hanson posted too.
Yeah. Got eyelashes and shit.
Is that like an old, like, what is a Chevy celebrity?
Yeah.
That's what
That looks.
is.
That looks like
a Chevy celebrity, dude, or a fucking one of those.
Man, I want to drive the peanut mobile to fucking TFCon, dude.
Right?
I wonder if that's even legal. Like, if you can get pulled over in some state and get ticked for it.
Fucking beater car.
You going to some kind of show, sir? You part of a circus?
Yeah. License plate just says wax off.
This is the one that Daniel's son didn't choose.
Here's another one.
Oh my god. Oh, that's fucking great.
Who's building these
Jesus
things?
Christ.
Look at that one, dude. I'm afraid he sat on the end of it. The fucking car flip over.
Is that a Burning Man?
It's a good thing we only got 2 viewers because this has turned into a visual thing.
Yeah, no. Did you even show, bro?
I think my wife's actually one of the listeners.
I think she's the only one watching it. And there's like just some guy on YouTube that accidentally got sent a link to it, and he's like, "What the fuck is this?"
And then forgot that it was on and walked away.
Adam's listening now. Let's try to talk about something.
Yeah, Chris, next subject.
What do you guys think is the shittiest third-party figure? I'd have to say Impossible Toys.
Well, they're Jets maybe, but those Quintessons were great.
You're asking about a specific figure and then giving a company. That's not a good answer.
Right.
Are we talking about like what the shittiest company or the shittiest third-party figure?
Let me rephrase that. What do you think is the shittiest third-party figure and the shittiest third-party company?
Well, Impossible Toys is gone, so do they count?
Yeah.
I'd say they're Tetra Jets. I have one of them. That's the most horrid fucking thing I ever bought.
Yeah, same here.
I don't really have a lot of third-party, so I can't really, throw a pan in the fire here.
I haven't had a bad experience with a third-party figure once or at all yet, so I can't really say who is worse, but I really don't know.
Hey, Dustin.
Yo.
Who blows the shittiest glass in Iowa?
I don't fucking know, dude. There's not a lot of people do it around here.
Mm-hmm.
And any of the shops that have them probably buy them in bulk from some fucking guy in Oregon. Where all the best glass gets blown.
I'm pretty sure JC's blown some pretty shitty glass in his time.
That's a different kind of blowing glass.
As far as like the worst third-party figure that I've ever bought would probably be the TFCon exclusives, the X-Trans bots, Huffer and Pipes repaints. Those things suck.
No, yeah. I have Axis, like the black one, but he's a billion times better than that Impossible Toys Tetra Jet. Like legit, 1,000 times better.
Even with his hip super glued.
Yeah.
I think the shittiest third-party figure I've ever bought. Any of that early KFC, but like in recent memory was that Ace Toys Cliff Jumper. That thing was fucking garbage.
It looked like garbage.
I knew better.
Mm-hmm.
but I bought it.
Your
And I think
feelings betray you.
Yeah, I think shittiest third-party company is probably Fans Toys.
Oh, Jesus.
Shots fired.
Where's
No
the
fans,
drop?
Jaws?
They're all right.
They have definitely been on a slide lately with their most recent release.
Yeah, I think they're kind of riding their laurels with their past reputation. I mean, I don't hate them. I think proportionate to like the quality they're putting out and the things they're getting they're letting slide compared to the amount of people that are willing to overlook it. I think kind of puts them in their own personal category of worst third party company. Maybe it's like a worse fandom segment or something. Maybe it might be better.
It's almost like a fanatical cult.
Almost.
Well,
Maybe
I don't know.
Maybe that's what the fan stands for in Fans Toys.
I still
Dolls, bud.
buy their shit. That's why I talk shit about them, because I buy their shit. I've spent the money on it.
Mm.
It's not like I'm fucking armchair cowboy and fucking.
Yeah, and I've only got
Their
two
releases.
Fans Toys releases, and the ones that I have, I really enjoy. So
Well, which ones do you have?
I just recently got a Sovereign, and I have the Quietus.
But they're good. Those two were pretty good. So you win. I mean, those are pretty good. Like,
He doesn't buy any
imagine that.
Autobots, man. He doesn't buy any Autobots. That's why he's doing great.
Yeah, they don't like Autobots.
let's see. As far as my Fans Toys, I got the 4 of the Dinobots,
How?
I love the Autobots.
and I got let's see. I
Fucking
got Rouge and Cup, and I still haven't opened Quietus. He's still in box. I want to track down a Sovereign before I take him out of the box and put him on display.
Their coot is good if you do there's a little mod you have to do where you have to shave a little piece of plastic off, and then that completely changes the transformation from pain in the ass to smooth and intuitive.
Yeah, I still haven't transformed either one, Coot or Rouge.
I haven't transformed Rouge. I tried to. I started to, and I was just like, I can't do this poor girl.
No, I didn't want to do it that way either.
I didn't bother with it. I did Coot once.
But I do want to get the Springer they did, and I still want to get the Blur they're coming out with.
Yeah, I'm getting.
Yeah, I like a Springer. That Springer's pretty solid.
Yeah, I like Springer. The only thing about their Dinobots, I didn't like either of the Slags they did, for different reasons. The tolerance, okay, so the joints on, help me out, Scoria?
Yeah, Score is the first one.
That's like
yeah.
And the other
You
one
just
was
hold him
Therian.
up and he's like blowing in the fucking wind like a wind chime.
Mine was never that bad though, man. I've like
Yeah, mine was.
Mine's actually still not bad.
Yeah.
the only loose part on my Scoria is the Triceratops horns.
And the butthole.
But that thing transformed into a fucking solid ass potato,
Yeah,
which was fine. But then I got Cesium, and like he's decent in robot mode. But then you can't get him solid because nothing fits, and it's all like soft, bendy plastic up top, and you can't get anything to tab in right.
And that's exactly why they fucking pulled Quietus back over to the fucking main line.
Yeah, probably. No, I like Quietus. I think he's a fine figure. And I think their 6-shot's fine too. I don't know. Like, I like transforming a fun figure, and like, I've transformed Quietus one time, and then 6-shot, I think I went to wolf mode, but I also might have dreamt that. But he's been standing on a fucking table upstairs since I got him. Like, I haven't picked him up a second time.
Oh.
I mean, he'll look fine once I get my display set up. I just want to finish getting like a few more figures that are coming out, and then I'm going to redo my display. But and they're hot rod, like that hot rod, like it's okay, it's fine. It is what it is.
It's
but
got
you can
issues.
definitely tell that shit's fucking 3.5 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the fix that Dame Chalk shared on his page? The
Yep.
fix in air
Oh, for
quotes.
gouging the back of the head out?
Yeah, you look at it and you're like,
Fuck
the
that.
first like 10 pictures, it's all like looking all around and shit and like poses. You're like, that's pretty cool. And then it's like, fuck my shut up, fam. And then like the rest of the pictures, they just took like the dullest piece of metal they could find and just ground the fuck out of the back of the head.
Yeah, at least get a Dremel tool if you're gonna fuck with it.
Yeah, well, we have a Dremel, so I'm gonna look into that when I have some time. But that fix, recommending that fix is right up there with recommending fixing your fucking combiners with Gorilla Glue.
Yeah.
Like,
I saw some guy took
up,
right
man.
out of the package. He put a clear strip over it of some kind.
I mean, the question remains: if you had a 3.5-year-old design, you had all that time to fucking refine it.
Yeah,
make little tweaks. Why didn't you?
I don't think they have designers on staff, though. I think they operate on buying outside designs. I mean, okay. I'm sure they have someone that can make little tweaks to it, but like I just feel like maybe they were just too busy with other shit, tweaking other fucking 5-year-old designs I bought.
Now, speaking of actually having to do repair work, they just posted the whole repair videos on the MMC Skylinks.
I saw that.
Now, so far I haven't bought it yet. So only the bottom half has been released, but the top half is coming, or
the top half is out at a lot of places.
Okay.
But I don't know if it's a widespread issue from what I read. This is actually the first I've heard of it. Was like earlier tonight when I saw it pop up in Masterpiece Addicts or whatever group Sergio admins. I saw it pop up, and I was just like, Jesus fucking Christ! I didn't even have anything to say. I posted a picture of that dude with the big ass neck from like last month. That was all I had to say about that.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people were popping in the thread saying that theirs didn't have that problem and showing pictures, but you know how people do. So.
Well, it is kind of worrying. I mean, Fans Toys has had problems with the last 2 releases. MMC has had problems with this release. Whereas
MMC's had problems with a lot of their. Actually, it's disappointing because their reformatted line's usually the solid one. Like it might not be the best tolerance, but at least like as far as transformation goes, but the operational parts of it have been pretty spot on. It's their Ocular Max line that I've had issues with. So it's disappointing for me because I have the bottom half and I want the top half eventually.
Yeah, I only have 3 MMC products. I have their 6-shot, their Predaking, and then I got the Ocular Max Mirage, and I love all 3 of the releases. Those will probably be in my collection until the day I die. But
tomorrow, motherfucker.
But I haven't really felt compelled to buy any of their other releases.
Yeah, they're for me, with their Sphinx, their Mirage, like I've had 3 of those and they were all terrible, in my opinion. They're all loose, floppy, whatever. But whatever. I sold them. The people that have them are happy with them, so that's good. No regrets, no regrets.
No regrets, bud.
Their tapes have been spectacular, except for those birds.
Yeah.
But the other tapes they put out have been spectacular. I had the Trailbreaker, and it was a floppy mess. In fact, I actually had Titan One Toys. That dude hit me up today. I was like, "Hey, I hadn't talked to you in a while, but I was just thinking about the video you sent me." And it was me. Like, I got my MMC Trailbreaker from him, and I was just shaking that shit like a wind chime. I sent it to him in a chat. I was like, "MMC life."
I like mine. I have that one still. I mean, it's fine. It stands on the shelf and looks like Trailbreaker.
Yeah. I've tried all the Trailbreakers out there.
How was the Extrans box?
It's good. It's heavy as shit. I don't recommend transforming it just because it's like kind of tedious, like X-Trans bots do. But like they used to do. They've gotten better at that shit. But
X-Trans bots is hot right now.
Huh?
Extrans bots is hot shit right now.
Well, they've gotten a lot better since they're Cosmos.
Well, that's what I mean. You have these companies that started off bad and they've gotten better, and then you've had the other companies that were started off great and now they're getting bad.
Well, Keith's like, I got enough of your money to make improvements to the factory now. I was able to buy that new tolerancing 4-year-old, and she can make sure the mold's good before it goes out. But Yeah, like I think Fans Toys just like, and they started putting those inspection stickers on. I just think that like maybe they're just getting a little too big for their britches, as the old folks say.
I just like to imagine that Keith like went down to the auto parts store and bought one of those spark plug fucking space gapper things. Wedgies in between each joint.
What's another company? Toy World's always been kind of shit, but now the Zeta split off. Like Zeta's, their Bruticus was a little. Like I hear it's solid combined. I hear it's not solid combined. I hear mixed things from people that have different investments and feelings on it. But man, so far their Superion's fucking solid. I'll finish it Saturday, but like this thing is just like I watched Bobby's video of the Silver Era, and he's like doing the joints on the torso shell thing, and he's like, oh. And he was like making sex noises almost at it. I'm like, oh, Bobby's hyping it up. But then I got it and I did it and I found myself making those same noises. I was like, oh, this is so good. And I've got him just standing on one fucking leg. He's just standing on one leg, just chilling. I can't do that with any other combiner.
No.
So that's a company that's really come up, in my opinion. Unique Toys is one too. DX9. They've come up a lot. I know that's not really the question. The question is who's the worst, but we've kind of strayed away from that.
It's because any one of these could have been the worst like a couple years ago.
Yeah, exactly. And Magic Square, I haven't messed with any of their Legends, but their Prime, that Optimus, the MP scale one, is pretty fucking good.
I've been playing with their Legends.
I only sold it because I was just going to buy it to check it out and sell it. I mean, that was the entire purpose of me buying it. And I took that money and bought the transformations or trans element or whatever the fuck it's called, transform element.
Yeah, transform element.
Which will be here Saturday, so that's coming with my jets from Agabus.
So you basically just rented it to try it out.
Yeah, because I'm getting the Takara one. I mean, I'm getting the fucking Takara one. And if they make a better KO of it, the Megatron, I might just buy that. Sell the MP44 for $500. No, I actually sold my my MP36. That was Megatron, right? I actually sold it for like $130 to a local kid that I knew didn't have a lot of money, but just really wanted the mold. Once I got the Infinite Transformation or whatever one. And the only reason I got him is because I like the paint. I like the finish, the paint on him more than I did the kind of sparkly on the Takara. That's really the only reason I traded him out.
It's like what, more of a matte or whatever.
Yeah, it's just like a gray. It's more of a cartoon gray because they didn't have sparkly back in. You didn't have sparkly animation in '84.
No.
Yeah, so I think he'll look better with the. And so far, like from what I've seen, like he's gonna look better with the Optimus than the. They just wanted to do a premium paint job because everyone bitched about Quake Wave or Laser Wave not having paint.
Right.
And they turn around and they paint their next figure, and people are like, "Oh, the paint's chipping. There's too much paint. Why do I have to pay so much money for so many improvements? I bought a Mega Supreme for $300, and he's 4 times as big and only has like 9 parts to him. Why'd I have to pay for this 7,000 part Megatron?" Just people that bitch about like shit like that, they just don't understand like the process. And I'm not saying I'm an expert, but like just common sense. Like you have to make molds. Molds cost money. The more parts count, the more the toy's gonna cost.
Yeah, I love Fans Toys fucking Omega, but I mean, I you're right, dude. Like he probably doesn't even have half the parts count that Megatron does. It's
and
just
he can't
big
stand
parts.
upright unless you fucking turn his hips outward. But that's just me.
And Megatron's got to turn into a fucking pistol, for Christ's sake.
Exactly. And what does Omega turn into? An arm and some a fucking go-kart track?
And the go-kart track.
And it just sits there and looks like it's supposed to be something else.
I just realized that I never put the Autobot logo in the chest of my Omega, and I bought that sumbitch too. I don't know where it is.
Oh, did you buy the printed one from?
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing's awesome.
But I never put it in. I don't know where it is.
I need to get one for Constructor. I just been too lazy to. Whenever I think about it, I'm like, I'll do it tomorrow.
I ordered it. I can't remember if I actually got it or not. Hopefully I did.
Who'd you order it from?
I can't remember, dude. It was like a year ago, 2 years ago.
If you ordered it from him, you probably got it. If you ordered it from somebody else, you might not have gotten it. I don't know.
No, I ordered it from the guy who's making. I think I got it, and then I was like, all right, because I have him on top of a shelf, like he's like on top of my curio that has the MP G1 stuff in it.
Yeah.
And like I have to like get a ladder to get him down. So,
nice.
There's a chance I might actually get a ladder, go up there, look at him, and I threw it up there with him, sitting around the ridge where I can't see it.
I've got him on a shelf. I was going to put him and Constructor on a shelf, and they both won't fit on the same shelf, so I just peppered some Legends Autobots, like Legend scaled MPs, or Legend size MP scaled.
People talk about him not standing right, but mine's been standing on top of that damn curio for like over, a year and a half?
Yeah, because you turned the hips out.
I mean, barely.
Yeah, here you go. Here he goes.
I mean, if I did, it wasn't on purpose.
What if someone came out, like, if someone came out
you know
tomorrow,
what? Hey, wait, in my defense, every single figure I have standing up has their hips out a little bit. I don't like the feet going straight fucking forward because people don't stand like that.
Yeah, if someone came out tomorrow and was like the CEO of Fans Toys or whatever they call it in China, like the guy with the wad of cash in his back pocket is actually a clone of Hitler, Justin would be like, yeah, Fans Toys is fine.
Yeah, it's fine, man. Whatever.
Yeah, Holocaust didn't happen.
He doesn't. Shit. No.
I always say that because Justin's Jewish. It's not a racist thing. We're friends. We joke.
But like
I only brought that into it because it's specific to the conversation.
But all my figures have their hips out because I don't like feet that face straight forward. Like I'm looking at anything that has an outward hip swivel. Every single fucking one of these toys has his hips out.
Oh yeah, there's a difference between posing your figures and then having to do it to have them stand straight up.
Yeah,
that's the thing with me.
Well, luckily, the way I like to do it, it works perfect. So even my little Legends guys do that. It's also because I'm also pigeon-toed as fuck, so that's why.
Yeah,
look, they're all like me.
Did anyone notice, and I don't even know if there's a structure going on. I'm probably just fucking this whole show up. But I didn't even realize until I went on the Chosen Primes page earlier to find a link to something for somebody. And they're doing X-Transbots is doing a G2 Beachcomber?
Yeah.
Or did I just sleep on that shit? Or did I forget about it? That blocked out of my memory.
For real, dude. They just announced it.
Oh, I know, but I didn't know if like we had talked about it on like in the chat or if like I had brought it up or someone else had and I just forgot. But man, if they keep making these G2 bots, I might have to.
I love G2.
That's my problem. That's my problem with new things.
Being on the G2 train.
Well, like when companies do new things, like when Fans Project did that G2 breakdown, I was like, yeah, it's a one-off. I don't really care about that. And apparently they're pushing forward with that. But then, like, when companies started doing, like, victory stuff, like they did the Masterpiece Star Saber, and then KFC did the, what's this fuck? God, I can't remember now. Victory Leo. And, like, all that stuff, but there was, like, not a lot of it coming out, so I kind of lost interest with it. So I just ended up getting rid of the stuff I started with. And now they're picking up on it, and I'm like, well, fuck, I wish I had, I don't really know if I need to jump back into it. Same thing with the G2 stuff. Like, I didn't pick up the early stuff. But if it looks like I can get, like, a complete G2 collection, at least of the main ones, like, I might have to get in on some of that. Because that's what was prevalent. Because I think, Justin, you and I are the same age. And I think a couple of people are here a little older than us. I think me, you, and Eric are about the same age.
No, me, you, and we're all born in 82.
Yeah, Eric is a little bit younger.
Yeah,
84.
Oh. Okay, yeah, but so when we were kids, like really what we saw on the shelves was Pretenders and G2, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why I like G2 shit so much. I remember it. I had all that G1 shit, but like I remember getting the G2, like going to the store and buying the G2.
That G2 packaging just popped on the shelves, and I just
Like you would have been in like 3rd to 5th grade type shit or younger.
My earliest memory of getting a Transformer in the store is Ultra Magnus. I remember my mom getting up, like, we went to, like, the store before school even started and bought that some bitch.
Yeah,
And,
that's
like,
about right.
I had to wait,
That's about
and
right.
I had to wait all fucking day to play with it. Because she still took me to school. And I think we went to, like, Zares or some shit. Something that don't exist anymore.
Oh, wait. Wasn't that the same thing as Brindle's?
It's like Ames and Zares.
Mm.
It's like
okay,
Ames.
never mind.
And like I remember her taking me there before school, and we walked over there and bought it. And then she went and dropped my ass off. I think in elementary school you don't go to school till like what 9 o'clock, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. I remember going to Brindle's and like Kmart, and like I remember G1 shit. Like, but I was like 4 or 5. I wasn't a He-Man, but like I still got a couple of Transformers. Like I remember like seeing Combaticons and shit like that on the shelf. But when I really started getting Transformers as a kid, like I got other stuff before, but what I really remember is getting the Seacons, and I got the Seacons between
I remember those
in Morehead City. What's that? Okay, so what's that highway that runs up on the coast there from Emerald and Morehead City? You know, is it 70?
64.
64, and then there's that weird like strip mall shopping center with the weird like cone thing on top of it. You know what I'm talking about? Past the aquarium, like if you're heading to Morehead.
No, I don't go that way very often.
Oh, we stopped there at like a car, like a Eckerd's or whatever the drugstore there was, and I got one, and I got Snap Trap at a Kmart at the beach down there. But I just thought it was pretty funny. I got all my Seacons.
Man, and
at the beach
in Chesapeake, where I was when I was real young, where all that shit happened. There's a toy castle there. It's like a Dollar Tree now. Like the building is still there. I remember going there and getting shit.
We didn't have Toy Castle. We had tons of toys. We had a place called Tons of Toys. We had that in Greenville, and we had one in Kinston eventually. And we had KB. It used to be K&K, and then it was KB.
Yeah,
I don't know if it was the same company.
That shit around here. So.
Well, you can't be saying what, K&K?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, you say it 3 times and they appear. I'm good. I only said it twice.
They.
Yeah, I don't know if K&K was the same. Like K&K and KB were the same company or not. No, it was specifically K&K Toys, and then they changed it to KB, but they kept like the little marching, like toy soldier or the Nutcracker Soldier logo. So I don't know if it was the same company and they just consolidated like their different like branches or what. But
we need to get back on track.
According to Wikipedia, KB bought K&K in 1991.
There you go.
There you go. That makes sense. So that's about the time it was.
Hey, Welty.
Yeah.
What's the next question, dude? Keep this thing on the rails, man. You know how we are.
I know. I just get used to listening to you guys.
I know. That's what I figured, dude.
Well,
I figured
I have a question. How much tar heroin do you think I could smuggle in a G1 Pretender shell?
A kilo.
If I put it in my butt.
A couple ounces.
Okay,
I'm talking a Pretender vehicle too, not like a monster bot or not like a Monstructor figure. I'm talking about like one of those big vehicles. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway.
Painter.
Our next question is, what do you guys think is the greatest video game console of all time?
God dang old PlayStations, bud.
Nah.
Dude, that's a fucking good one.
Dude.
I'm going to say Sega Genesis.
Hold on, I'm gonna ask Kit real quick. I'm gonna mute and ask Kit her opinion.
Sega Genesis, especially if you can include all the add-ons you can put on that bitch.
I love the Super Nintendo. That'd probably be my favorite.
He didn't say what's your favorite. He said what's the best.
Nintendo
was hot, dude.
No, you're fine. I just didn't expect you.
The Nintendo was a fundamental part of my development growing up.
Chris is like Magnavox Odyssey.
So I'd say the Nintendo, bud.
Pong.
Pong. Not even a game. Just a game. Not a
Chris is like
Pong. Whatever ran Pong.
Chris is like ball and stick.
The Atari 2600 was they made novelty porno game.
I have one, dude. I have one of the expensive ones too.
I think my dad had Custer's Revenge.
I think I have Bachelor Party. That's what mine's called.
Wait, Custer's Revenge, is that the game where you with the rape?
Yes.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh my god, I remember.
Well, we know what happened to Chris.
I remember that game. Oh my god.
Chris had nothing but Custer's Revenge and E.T. Grandma thought that Custer's Revenge was an educational game.
E.T. was a terrible game.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was. It was dumb.
E.T. is the kind of game that shouldn't have existed before YouTube, because you really have to know what the fuck you're supposed to do before you have the game.
Yeah, that and Raiders of the Lost Ark. I
don't even remember that.
The fucking beginning of that game.
So yeah, he's next.
I had a friend when I was a kid. I had a friend who
had
an
a friend
Atari.
when I was a kid.
Yeah, no, he had an Atari because his parents got it for him on super clearance after Nintendo came out.
Like
and he had that wood. He had that wood panel fucking Atari.
That's why I have it.
That worked better than the old ones.
I said that's why I have like everything now. Because when I was a kid, I always had shit that was like 2 generations old.
Yeah, me too.
See, I was fortunate back then. Like I had, because the consoles only cost like $100 back then. So I had the Nintendo and the Super Nintendo when it came out. I didn't have a Sega.
Man, the Nintendo was 150 when it came out.
I was fucking 6. I didn't know what money was. Everything was $100 or $5.
Dude, I had
or
that
10,
Nintendo when
or
it first came out. I remember
Put the
having
RF
it.
to video.
My mama was poor, but somehow I had a Nintendo.
I had a Nintendo. Well, we didn't have a lot of money, but I had a Nintendo, a Super Nintendo, and that was it.
I don't think I ever really got into like the systems much after that, like into like Super Nintendo or Sega or anything until it was like out for a year or two, like JL said. But I had that Nintendo back in like 86, 87 for sure.
I tell you what, I love that fucking Atari though, man. I played Combat all day.
Fucking Pitfall, bud.
Combat 2, remember the one with the airplanes and shit?
Yep.
I didn't remember playing a lot of Atari.
I played a lot of Atari.
Couple of necks from different parts of the country. North Carolina's down here like, man, remember that Combat, man? Played that shit all day long. And he's like, man, I didn't have Combat up in Iowa. Man, we had Pitfall.
And there are so many fucking software makers making these fucking shitty games. I had this one called Mountain King. It was that
was terrible at the time.
Fucking impossible game.
Yeah, because they didn't give a fuck. They just paid these developers like
Bullfrog
a little bit of money to make a game, and then they sold it because it was new. There was no such thing as like video game magazines and what though you didn't know, you just bought it.
Hey, you want cocaine? Type code in this thing right here.
Yeah.
Cocaine would come out the control port.
Any of you guys have a game called Airlock for Atari?
It sounds familiar, dude.
It's basically like a get across the board, climb the ladder to the next level, up and up kind of thing, but you're racing against the clock and drowning.
Huh.
And you had like some obstacles.
That sounds terrible, man.
Things roaming around the floor that would, get you.
That sounds like TFCon.
If I remember to look it up, I'll put a link in the chat or something.
So are y'all just gonna reminisce on like the best consoles, like the earliest ones you had as a kid, or like are we going further?
If I could only have one console, of course I'd have my fucking Xbox One. If I could only have one.
I think the Dreamcast, man. I'm gonna say the Dreamcast.
Plus, you can burn the games. Fire. You can play whatever you want on it because the games are free.
You can burn the games. That's a good point. That's a very
caught on too late.
It didn't know the difference. Neither did the Sega CD. And it was stupid. The Sega CD didn't know the difference. The Dreamcast didn't know the difference. But damn, the Sega Saturn had that fucking lock on it. Sega Saturn is my favorite system, probably of all time. But I wouldn't say it's the best.
I think maybe a close second would be the Jaguar, because if you had a Jaguar, your friends all thought you were a fucking wizard.
Yeah. Right.
Anyway, you conjured that shit up through witchcraft.
You were simultaneously rich and poor at the same time.
At the same time. You were poor, but you had 73 buttons on your controllers. So.
I got a $500 console, but Mama only paid $80 for it because they cleared it amount. You guys want to play Alien vs. Predator?
Dude, I remember they had that shit. They had the console that came with Alien vs. Predator at Kate KB Toys.
Yeah.
And you know how like they have like the stuff in the store that's on sale, then they have stuff at the front of the store to get your attention, and then they just have that shit that's out in the mall somewhere, like
out on the
where like you could walk away with it and they wouldn't even chase you. Yeah, that's where the fucking Jaguars were.
Atari Jaguar, do the myth.
They're like, if you steal it, we write it off. We actually make more money if you steal it.
I've played this game before, dude. I barely remember it though. I remember one of my friends, his mom bought him the Jaguar like on clearance as that shit was going out. He only had like 2 fucking games because there was only 2 games to play on that bitch anyways: Doom and Alien vs Predator.
Bonk's Adventure and that.
Wait, what other game?
There wasn't like that was like their main release with it, Bonk's Adventure or something.
No,
like
that's a TurboGrafx 16, dude.
Oh.
Yeah. That's the one that I always wanted when I was a kid, but I never had it. I feel like we talked about that before, though.
Hey, Welty, we got anything else?
What's that?
What's the next question?
What is your favorite science fiction film, and why is it your favorite?
You're pretty good at questions. You should start emailing these to us.
Yes. He does pretty regularly, actually.
Yeah, I know, man, but he's saving the good ones for his own show.
See, that goes back to, like, Greg's, what's your favorite fucking Transformer? You can't name your favorite sci-fi fucking movie if you're one of us.
I can. Mine's RoboCop.
Oh, come on.
Oh, yeah,
RoboCop. That's like, not only is it my favorite sci-fi fiction, it's actually overall like a great science fiction film. And it's timeless.
That's great. Sci-fi, but that's more like sci-fi. Wait, how can I say it? Blaxploitation, sci-fi space, like state. I can't even say it, but you know what I mean. That's like one of those over-the-top, like. That's like I'm gonna get you sucker with a robot cop.
Yeah, but that fucking I've seen that movie more times than anything else. I've actually watched RoboCop more times than I've seen the Transformers movie.
It's great. I'm not gonna debate it's great, but I just don't know if I would put it up there. Like if I was considering the greatest sci-fi movies, like I think that deserves its own. That category? And movies like it deserves its own category.
Most watchable sci-fi movie.
Enemy.
I was really into the Matrix trilogy, like in the 2000s.
Who said that? I couldn't tell who that was.
Oh, Dustin. No, only Dustin would say something like that.
No. Yeah, I was like, yeah, okay. You need to get in your hole.
It's not my favorite, but I just remember really being into it.
The Matrix series is like where the first film is great, and then every film after that is 25% as good as one before it. I don't even remember the title of the other 2 Matrixes.
I really enjoyed the Terminator stuff too. I really like that stuff.
Oh yeah,
I think RoboCop's better than all that shit.
I think the Terminator, at least the first couple of Terminator movies, is probably like the perfect story.
Oh yeah, and if you really want to get into it and really understand it hardcore, you got to really watch that Sarah Connor Chronicles too.
I think if it weren't for RoboCop 3, that we'd have RoboCop movies coming out every couple of years now, like Star Wars.
The Japanese put a stop to that shit.
Well,
those robot ninjas fucking killed everybody.
They killed the fucking franchise.
5 or 6 of them, but like, or more, but the rest of them were like underground, like B-rate, C-rate movies or some shit that went straight to DVD.
Oh no, you're thinking about number 3.
Prime Directives.
No, there's 3.
Oh, that was a TV show.
Prime Directives. There's a I'm gonna Google.
Well, not a show,
though. Google, bud.
Prime Directive was a 4-part movie on Sci-Fi back in the day. It was like 4 really long episodes. I guess technically it's a mini series, but it played out like a long movie. Then you had the TV show that had the melty face fat guy.
It wasn't even like anybody trying to like Peter Weller. It was like some fucking like Taiwanese dude or like some like fucking Korean dude. Like I'm RoboCop.
I want a Hot Toys.
This is all sci-fi I could afford.
I need a Hot Toys Clarence Boddicker and a Hot Toys melty face fucking dude.
Oh,
not Ramirez. What's his name?
It starts with an N, right?
I can't remember.
How can you not know if it's your favorite fucking movie?
Because he melts. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, he had like a Slovaki sounding name.
Yeah.
Emilio.
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 Yeah, Emilio. You got it.
Yeah, but what was his last name? That was the
His last
Eastern
name was
European.
Estevez.
His last name's always going to be Sheen. He was born as Sheen, he'll die as Sheen. You can't fool me with your Hollywood trickery. Dude, that shit was funny. It's like, help me. It's like, get the fuck away from me, man.
I'm
Dude,
telling you, that movie's fucking great, dude.
Oh, it's a great movie. I'm not saying it's not, but it's no Alien.
I don't know, man. I'd rather watch
It's no
RoboCop
Star
than Alien.
Wars.
I'd rather watch RoboCop than fucking Alien any time of the day.
I don't know
come
about
on. Alien's a great movie.
Would you rather watch the first Alien than RoboCop?
Well, they're
Yeah.
completely different movies. Like,
Well, RoboCop has fucking Clarence Bodiger in it, so I mean that's cool.
yeah. Do you want to get hard on and jack off the fucking spooge effects from the early '80s, or do you want to watch like a scary sci-fi movie? Like, it's two different things.
God dang old fucking Kurtwood Smith, bud.
Yeah, goddamn, go and get your ass back. Get out of here, bitches, before I put my foot up your ass.
Dumbass.
Dumbass. Dude, that's probably one of my favorite lines from a movie ever, though. Bitches leave.
Bitches leave. Yeah.
I'd buy that for $1.
I work for Dick Smith. Or, no, what, Dick Jones. I work for Dick Jones.
He runs the cops. CP owns the cops.
I love the scene where he's demonstrating Ed 209 and it just shoots the shit out of the guy.
Yeah.
And no shit, someone says, someone want to call a paramedic? Are you fucking kidding me? What kind of question is that?
Have you seen the uncut version?
Guys in pieces.
Yeah, the uncut version where he keeps shooting him for like 20 seconds.
Yeah, they cut like a whole 30 seconds from that scene.
Yeah, that shit was awesome, dude.
Because that's what really sells the joke. That's what sells that line. And they cut that from the end. But when he keeps shooting him for like an additional 20, 30 seconds, as he's already fucking dead and like ripped to shreds, it's like,
I was a teenager. I was a teenager and DVDs that just came out. I saved up to buy the fucking Criterion Uncut edition of that movie on DVD.
Oh, you might be a little younger than me then. Shit.
What?
DVDs came out when you were a teenager?
Yeah,
Dude,
dude, I was like,
DVD came out,
Laser
like, when we were,
disc.
like,
I was born in
17,
82,
18,
man.
Dude. Yeah, 17, 18 years old. Is when
dude, DVD
started
players are so
popping up.
expensive. The first DVD player I ever had was a card and a drive for a fucking PC because I couldn't afford like a full-fledged fucking DVD player.
Dude,
That's
what
how
about
you grew up,
Laserdisc? That shit was expensive.
Dude, Laserdisc. I remember that shit. I remember being in middle school and you see that big ass fucking disc come out, and you're like, "Oh, it's gonna be a good day. We're watching a movie."
I remember going to Errol's and fucking renting videos.
You remember when you could rent? Did you know Big Ugly?
Hang on, I hear noises.
It's the Ed 209 scene, I think.
Yeah.
I think somebody looked up the uncut one.
The 20 seconds of gunfire. No, I'm with my NECA Ed 209 right now.
You know what? I had the NECA one and I sold it to get money towards the Hot Toys one.
I think the NECA one would be good enough for me. I wouldn't mind having the Ed 209 and RoboCop, to be honest with you.
Well, that's the thing that sucks is like the Hot Toys, like both of them have sound effects, but I've never like fucked with them to put batteries in them. Especially
NECA,
the Ed 209.
NECA's good enough to scratch that itch for me for like those types of figures.
Mm.
Like,
Well,
I'm not
RoboCop,
disappointed.
like with how much I love like Star Trek and Star Wars, like RoboCop is still like my favorite shit from when I was a kid.
Oh no, I hear you.
Just the thought of dying and coming back as something that can murder everybody, just fucking amazing.
RoboCop's hot.
Dead inside.
Yeah.
So that begs the question, is Alex Murphy really dead, or is he just a living hunk of flesh within a body of metal and circuitry?
No, he died. He legit died. They brought him back.
But that's just it. Like, it's a hunk of flesh that still has his memories. And I keep arguing with
technically,
myself.
it's not a hunk of flesh. It's just a face and a brain. They lost the arm, remember?
No, they still have the chest and the lungs, remember?
Oh, he has the lungs, yeah.
Yeah, chest and the heart and the lungs, because he's still biological. Like, it's just the machine runs him now.
I'm gonna reference the last scene of RoboCop 2, where he takes his helmet off with that fucking socket wrench, and he's like, Come on, Murphy, or what's her name?
We're only human.
Lois.
Yeah, Lewis. It's like
Lewis.
we're only human. As he's like unscrewing his
Ratcheting his head. Yeah.
More importantly,
I have to say, as good as RoboCop 1 is, I think RoboCop 2 might be my favorite.
I love RoboCop.
No.
I love RoboCop 2 also.
Where
Dude, the train
is
robot was
Kurt?
bitching.
shouldn't he be like called like Borg Cop instead of RoboCop since he's more cyborg?
Well, that was his company name. He was marketed as RoboCop. Fucker.
No,
He's a robot cop.
Let's not forget the KO name, Robert Cop.
Robert cop. I'll tell you what.
The Robert.
You have one?
I have the shirt, but I don't have the. I haven't been able to track down the actual figure. And I'm not going to pay stupid money for it. Have you seen the shirt?
Yeah, I've seen the shirt with all the '80s retro like drawing style on it.
Yeah, it's like RoboCop, but then like he's got a Star Trek pin on, and like C-3PO and like E.T. and Short Circuit, whatever his name was. I can't forget.
Johnny Five.
Johnny Five's hanging out, and it's like Robert Cop 2.
I don't know how I watched.
There's a Terminator in there somewhere.
You know, I saw Short Circuit 2 before I ever saw Short Circuit 1, and I think it's a tremendously better film than the first one.
I don't even remember Short Circuit. Take away my 80s card.
New York and shit.
That's the one where he gets shipped to New York, and the two guys that built him are building those little fucking models of him.
Incorporates gangsters on the street and shit.
Was fucking Trump in that? He was such a whore. He was in every one of them fucking movies back
Maybe.
then.
Hey, I don't know if it's. I guess it's kind of technically sci-fi. How do you guys feel about Gremlins?
Gremlins is hot shit.
Gremlins is awesome.
Shout out to Dick Miller. He passed away yesterday. He was in Gremlins.
Was he a gremlin?
Oh, no, he was the old dude. He played fucking, what was it, Bobby's dad? Right?
No,
Mr. Flutterman.
Yeah, Mr. Flutterman.
Man, I'm looking at your pictures, man. I do miss my NECA shit. Like, I sold them to buy the Hot Toys shit, but I do miss the NECA shit too.
These are fine.
No, they're great. They're great.
NECA scratches my itch as far as like not Transformers figures go.
It's just, I mean, that you got to see the Hot Toys in real life to appreciate them.
I've tried to sell these two as a pair for $100 numerous times.
That's not bad. That fucking Ed 209 used to.
Wait, what do you have? Ed 209 and fucking RoboCop. I'll buy those.
Yeah, the fucking the hip holster fucking RoboCop. The hard one to find.
Let me look.
I had the original NECA release still sealed and packaged, but someone finally bought that from me.
No, I'd buy those off of you if you're still trying to sell them. You got to give me like I kind of max my budget out for this week, but I mean, if you're not in a hurry to sell them, I'll get them from you.
Yeah,
it looks like he's having too much fun with them.
Yeah, now I'm kind of having fun with them. That was like a year ago that I've had them listed and no one bid on them. You know.
Well, I saw them in the store and I didn't buy them because I wasn't really into this shit. Now that I kind of am like, all right, I need something else like affordable.
Well, they reissued the Ed 209 last year.
That's probably when I saw it at Toys R Us.
And I think it was like $60 or $70 or something like that.
These new NECA figures kind of suck. Like the new reissues, like whatever factory they're using, kind of sucks.
That sucks, man, because they were really good for a while.
I mean, they're good. Like you can fix them, and some of them are good, but they're super hit and miss. Like a lot of the Predators have pieces just breaking off.
See, I bought that freaking Ed 209 on clearance at FYE for $20, and I ended up by the time I sold them, I flipped that bastard for like $80.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I got the new Alien 2 Warrior Aliens, and they're just floppy as shit. And I had to like put like half a gallon of polish on them to tighten them up. Yeah. And then I picked up the exact same mold that came out 3 years ago. The one that came with the Paul Reiser figure. It was the concept alien. They didn't use. It had the clear dome like the first one, but other than that, it was the regular Alien 2 mold, and then it was Burke, the corporate scumbag in the sweater vest, whatever, or a puffy vest. I got that off eBay for like $30. I thought I was gonna get a knockoff. I got a legit one, and every joint on that figure is fucking on point. But they re-released that same mold, minus the head bit, and it's like flopping in the wind. And yeah, and like Predators, like a couple of my Predators broke. I was able to fix them pretty easily. I've done good on my horror figures. Like I haven't had any issues with those. But I mean, the shit that I put up with for $60, I can put up with for $30. But and NECA does have a pretty good replacement policy. If you contact them through Twitter, they'll send you parts and stuff. Like it's not.
Oh
that
yeah,
big
dude,
of
the
a deal.
joints on this fucker are tight.
Yeah, like because
Not
that
one
came
thing
out a
is
few years
loose.
ago. Yeah, it's just they switched factories, I think, because they got
I'm
more
talking
popular.
about my RoboCop figure itself. It's
Yeah.
the actual like little
Keep
6-inch
playing with him.
figure.
He's not gonna sell him. He's up
Stop
here
playing
thinking
with
like-
those, Dustin.
There's like
Go mow some
moving
grass.
pistons and shit in them, you know? Like
Mhm.
they got this one that you just push the little hip button in, like the holster, the leg pops open. You can put the gun
I know
in
that
it.
one. I almost bought it. I didn't buy it. It was in the clamshell.
And it
It
had
was in that
a
plastic clamshell. I didn't buy
and
it.
it had a slightly more matte paint job than the fucking original one that was kind of like a metallic bluish almost.
Yep.
And
know
I
exactly what
preferred
you're
the
talking
look
about.
of this one over the other one.
It was on clearance at Target, but I told Kid I wasn't going to pick up another one.
And I think that's where I got it too.
Or not Target, but Toys R Us, I mean.
Yeah, me too. I think I found it in a Toys R Us one day.
But now, like, I went and picked up that gizmo that I've been eyeballing at Toys R Us for a year and never bought, even when it was on clearance when they closed. I picked up a gizmo from Target, like a reissue, and the head just came to fuck off. It just fell off.
Sucks.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? I finally get this figure I've been wanting, like, forever, and it's a piece of shit. Because I wanted the Gremlins. I want the Spider Gremlin. I want the fucking, the Bat Gremlin. I even want that stupid... did you guys ever see the Electric Gremlin? The one that came out of the phone in Gremlins 2? And all it is a piece of clear, like, translucent blue plastic that's cut in the shape of the Electric Gremlin, and they're selling it for $35.
That's funny as shit, dude.
I want to buy it just to get ripped off. Like, I just want to buy it. Know I overpaid for a piece of shit. A testament to my fucking
Addiction.
nerddom. Yeah.
Well, look, they at least beveled the edges a little bit.
I might have been. It's been a while since I saw it. I just remember it was in like I think it was in I don't even think it was on a card. I think it was in a bag with like a cardboard backing or something behind it.
To everybody else, jump in like with your favorite sci-fi movie.
Oh,
Star Wars.
It's not my favorite, but
I think saying Star Wars is kind of fucking cliche.
Oh, I know it is, but
I mean,
like,
everyone
science
loves
fiction.
Star Wars. If you don't, then you deserve to get hit in the head with a fucking tack hammer because
Yeah,
you're a retard.
So I'm going way down on the list to get through all that fucking shit. I got two that are... I'm going to call them sleeper, but you guys might not like them. First one is Screamers.
You know what? I love Screamers, dude.
That is fucking... It's both sci-fi and horror.
Can I come with you?
That fucking...
You know how I used to watch that? I used to watch that in between the fucking flipping of the fucking pay-per-view channels being descrambled on my VCR. Because I wasn't allowed to watch that shit back then, you know?
What's your other one?
Oh,
Screamers is a great... Oh, go ahead. Sorry, dude.
Butterfly Effect. I know it's a stupid one, but I like it.
I think I'm going to go with Screamers instead. I'm going to stick with Screamers.
See, I don't even consider... I don't even think of movies like Butterfly Effect as sci-fi, but I guess they are.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, yeah.
Yes,
Well-
I'm glad somebody else actually fucking remembers Screamers. Like, did you know they made a shitty sequel too?
Yes, I saw it.
I have that fucking sequel on DVD, dude.
Yeah, I probably bought it too back in the DVD buying days.
I still have it somewhere.
I need more RoboCop stuff.
He's never gonna sell me this for $100.
No, just wait till he gets high. He'll feel like, oh man.
Hey, did fucking NECA make a Kane figure by chance?
Nobody made a fucking Kane figure. Everybody
Like
hates
a robot
us.
Kane?
I think I saw something about a RoboCop 2 coming out, but I don't remember what company. I don't know if it's Hot Toys or something, but I think I've seen something about it coming on Twitter.
There is, and it might already be out. There is a statue coming out. It's actually it's from the same company that does the Star Trek shit I do, but it's under a different name. But it's like $1,900 or something, and it's It's actually this line of it's a statue, but these statues like they were designed and crafted from the original stop motion models.
Oh,
so that's kind of cool, and it's signed by the creator that did the stop motion shit for that movie.
Now you're starting to justify some money, but still.
Yeah. I'm gonna open a dick sucking table at Dairy Con.
Oh, dude! If you want to sell, I just saw your pictures. If you want to sell those, man, I'm totally in for them.
I don't know, man. I'm fucking having a lot of fun with them right now.
Take up them.
That's what you said about fucking JC too, but you threw him under the bus pretty quick. So.
Right.
Did you guys ever remember the Guyver?
Yeah.
That wasn't terrible. I mean, it was terrible, but it wasn't super terrible.
Wasn't that like Guyver looked like fucking retarded Ultraman?
Nah, man, he could like. Fucking
No, it was
special.
It was special needs.
Fucking cigarette.
It was special needs.
Yeah, that's right. We don't use that word. We just got demonetized again. Shit.
One Camel in there.
Give him a fucking snorkel, a fucking cigarette, and a stick of chewing gum, and he'll blow a door open, bud.
That's MacGyver.
No, not
Guyver.
MacGyver.
He's not MacGyver.
How about the Swamp Thing movies?
Oh yeah.
Oh, what were we talking about? I thought you guys said MacGyver.
He said Guyver, not MacGyver.
No, the Japanese anime that they tried to make a low budget American movie out of.
Man, I never watched any of that shit, dude. I thought we were talking about MacGyver, bud.
No, it's a Guyver. It was a movie that came out in the 80s. They made a couple of them, I think.
It was always on, but I never
MacGyver was
watched
in the
it.
80s too, bud.
What was the one?
Yeah, but MacGyver was goddamn 100% American. The other one,
goddamn right he was, bud.
Japan.
Goddamn right he was.
He's like, oh shit, man, give me that tampon. It's like it's got blood. Oh, even better. Give me that tampon and a paperclip. I'm gonna make me a pipe bomb.
Take down some terrorists.
What else was good from the 80s? Swamp Thing. I said that. I'm trying to think of the shit because I ate that shit up as a kid. The Fly remake with Jeff Goldblum, like that was good.
Yeah, dude.
All that Cronenberg shit, all that David Cronenberg shit was good.
Dude, it took Jeff Goldblum 8 hours to have that makeup put on him from head to toe,
and he never really took it off. He's always the Fly. That's why he's in Jurassic Park. He's like, no, but your scientist, and he's like all like that. He's still got the Fly DNA in him. Making his hands and shit. It's like, didn't think they're like, give me the sugar. If they could, if they should, sugar. Jeff Goldblum's a goddamn national treasure, right up there with fucking Woody Harrelson. They're the treasures of our generation. Like, you know, you always have, and I think I brought this up on Shattercast. Like, you always, or it might have been in the chat, one of the two, but you always have those celebrities, specifically actors, in my case, that are treasures.
Bill Murray.
Like Bill Murray, exactly. Yep. But now it's like, and the Ghostbusters guy, like anybody from Ghostbusters, pretty much.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, but like now it's like,
well, if they weren't in the movies, they were fucking writing them and producing them then.
Dan Aykroyd, like all those guys. But yeah, like now, like you skip forward to the 90s, you got Woody Harrelson, Jeff Goldblum. Oh goddamn! I just forgot his fucking name.
How about Chris Farley?
I was gonna say all the Saturday Night Live guys from then.
Yeah, no, oh my god, Mr. Pink.
Fucking Steve Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi, yeah, I couldn't think of his name for a second because I was thinking about.
Why do I got to be Mr. Fucking Pink?
Did you see that show he did on? I think it was Hulu or Netflix with Mr. Jerkoff.
Daniel Radcliffe?
No, not figurative jackoff. The literal jackoff. KW. The comedian.
Oh, Louis C.K.?
Louis C.K., yeah. Horace and Pete? Did you ever see that?
Yeah, I saw an episode or two.
No, you gotta finish it, dude. That shit's fucking dark as fuck.
Yeah, I have never seen that.
Oh,
Louis
it's good.
CK
It's
and
worth
Steve
it's worth the
Buscemi
watching.
together sounds pretty good.
Yeah, they're brothers. They're Horaces and Pete in a long line of Horaces and Pete. It's a really good movie. Except Louis C.K. plays Horace, and he's just like a complete fucking fed up, just like run down to the ground, disenfranchised, just curmudgeon. And they only serve bud. And they only serve shots. They don't serve cocktails in the bar. And Pete is Steve Buscemi, and he's got like multiple like mental disorders. He's just like a schizophrenic with personality disorders and stuff. And it seems like you're just kind of like, oh yeah, like when you first start watching it, it's like, oh yeah, they're throwing these random stereotypes in the situation, but it really, like, at the end of the series, like it was only meant to be one season, and by the end of the series, like, it all comes together and it makes perfect sense, and then you're just like, what the fuck did I just watch?
Yeah, I've heard it described as like, when the season ends, you're like, you want it to end. You're like, all right.
Yeah, there's nothing else you could do with it. I mean, yeah, it's just like, oh my fucking god, you feel bad.
So it's basically just a long movie.
Yeah, well, yeah, it is, but and that's
at the end.
Well, in my opinion, my personal opinion, I think that's what, like, a lot of these shows that are on like streaming services that are like 10, 12 episodes, that's what they should feel like. Because they drop them all at one time, because you're going to binge them. Yeah, and I don't think it should feel like a season of a TV show where you watch them every week over the course of, 16 episodes. Like, if you're going to be able to watch them back to back to back, I think it should be structured like a movie. Yeah. Like the miniseries, like in the 90s, like when you had It and Tommy Knockers, and like all this Stephen King shit they did. And like various other, like The Shining, like all that stuff, like where you had these like mini series, but they were basically made for TV movies split up over the course of a week or whatever.
They were hot fire back then.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that's a good format for something like that. If you're gonna produce something that's not a theatrical release, I think if you're gonna present something,
weekly.
or even daily, but if you're gonna do something like that, that's gonna be super limited. Don't try to stretch it into a TV show. Make it a miniseries.
Yep.
And I think they did a really good job with that. Even though I think they did stretch it out. I think it was like one every week or 2 weeks. But when you sit down and watch it, you get that feel from it. That it's like it's like a drawn out movie, like was said. But man, sci-fi movies.
Yeah. Well, what's the next question, dude?
Well, I didn't answer the question.
No, I didn't answer.
Yours is Willow. We don't care.
Fuck you. But if I had to pick a favorite sci-fi movie, it'd probably be The Iron Giant.
Is it about liberals?
It's about Obama.
Oh. Iron Giant.
It's a story about Obama flying into a small town, befriending a kid. He's wearing a suit made out of iron, not U.S. steel, because he's a communist.
And he gives them all health care.
And then everybody gets health care at the end, and then he sacrifices himself to save the child. But no one cares because he's a communist from Kenya.
Jesus.
I think that sounds like something I will go see, actually.
When people
sounds
start
like some
talking
shit I read about in the
politics, I
chat.
start falling asleep, bud.
What'd you say?
When people start talking politics, I start falling asleep.
Yeah. No, that wasn't politics. That was making fun of fucking Eric.
That was role playing.
Yeah.
I do like the Iron Giant. I don't know if it's. I mean, it's an animated sci-fi, I guess. I wasn't even thinking about animated shit.
God damn, this chili's fucking fire.
Where you got some Wendy's chili?
Yeah, man. Every time I go out and move a bunch of snow, when I come home, my wife comes home with this like family tub of fucking chili from Wendy's Chili.
Wait, they make a family tub? They make a family tub?
Yeah, it's like the family one. It's like they give you like a gallon of chili, dude.
Well, we don't fucking have that here.
Yeah, we don't have that here either.
Is that like what, $8 or $9?
I guess they only sell that in places where it's like a negative fucking 50 degrees.
Those are the best leftover hamburger patties I've ever had. Is that what you're saying? I love that shit.
You don't know it's done until there's at least 3 roach legs floating in that
Here
shit.
You can actually show up with your crock pot and they'll fucking fill that fucker up for you.
Man,
like $9.
You know, the only way I'm gonna get that done around here is if I go in there with a fucking gun. That's how I'm gonna get that
and
shit.
then they give you a big old sack of fucking crackers and shit too.
Dude, it's actually funny. I have a 44-ounce refillable jug from the gas station across the street from a Wendy's. Do you think if I took that over to the Wendy's, they'd fill it up for me for like $8 or $9?
Fuck yeah.
That beats a 99-cent Mountain Dew any day of the week.
Where's this fucking container? I'll take a picture of it and show it to you.
Yeah, dude.
It's like a chicken bucket that they just went and stole a bunch of chicken
basically, it's like
from
like
KFC and slapped their logo on it.
Man, Dustin's gonna pass out, man. Wake up with a broken window, no chili, and a fucking yarmulke on the floor.
I'll know who did it.
Yeah.
Speaking of 80s sci-fi, have you guys ever seen those old Wendy's training videos that have been circulating?
Yeah.
And it's the grill video. It's like, if you break the patty, take it out, put it in the batch. We'll make it into chili. Doesn't even rhyme, but it's 80s rap.
I'll even put a can of soda to it.
You drop it on the floor, you scrape it up, you rinse it off, and you throw it in the chili.
If you drop it on the floor, you rinse it off, pick it up, you serve it some more. Put some cheese on that bitch.
Rub it on the chicken.
I think it might be like a half gallon of chili.
Hey, Eric found a video of people trying to eat this shit.
Dude, it doesn't fucking matter. I don't care if it's a half gallon, a gallon, a third gallon, a quarter gallon.
Oh my god, dude, look at this. No, this is fucking huge. It's like a bucket of chicken full of chili.
Here's a screenshot.
Oh my god.
Dude, that's making my dick hard. Can you say that on YouTube Live? This is turning into a porno.
Every time I go out and move snow, I come home and she's got.
Man, he's got a bucket of nuggets too, dude. Man, fuck that guy. I'm gonna hate on him.
I got to mute real quick. Sorry.
Man, fuck you and your chili and your big bucket of nuggets.
Yeah, you prick.
Man, no matter what, like I know I can't ever be happier than this guy. Man, fuck him.
I wonder how much the bucket of nuggets is.
Probably $20. No, wait. Dude, you want to just go to Burger King? They got 10 nuggets for $1. Just go buy $10 worth. I want 100 nuggets.
Maybe even jealous. Even more jealous. He's probably getting a fucking blowjob under the fucking table.
Maybe. You know what? I don't want that though. I want to concentrate on the chili in this instance.
Of course.
I wonder. You might as well just dip the nuggets into chili at this point, dude.
I had some earlier today too.
Man, why don't they have that here?
Dude, do you have a Wendy's?
We do, but like our Wendy's probably. I bet you our Wendy's only has that much chili at any given time.
Wait, how big is that fucking drink he's got?
That's like a large drink. That's like a fucking.
That's not a 32 ounce. That can't be a 32 ounce.
That's one of the extra large drinks.
That's an extra large. There's a
fucking fridge right now. You think we have food stamps or something? Jesus.
Man, I want the fucking chili.
Man, he ate the whole thing of chili and the whole thing of nuggets in less than 11 minutes.
And he's like 120 pounds. You know what? I hate him more than anybody on the whole planet right now. He's skinny, eats a whole fucking bucket of... I'd get like halfway through them nuggets and just die. I'd have a fucking stroke.
I just saw the pic. It's a video of a dude smashing that shit.
Yeah.
Cool, what a chant. I could do it.
How much is the chili?
I think Kara just said it's like, she goes, I think it's under $10 when she.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
They charge us like $3.29 for a fucking cup.
It says, I crave chili. I go to Wendy's and get a family size for $9.99.
Yeah.
I hate everybody. I'm quitting. I'm done. I ain't doing this shit no more.
I don't think ours even offers that shit.
No, ours
we get Wendy's all the time at work.
And just to piss you guys off more, today it was really like, wasn't even runny at all. It was just like lots of meat in it too. Like
Wait, did you eat the whole thing?
Was like perfect. No, I still got a ton of it, dude.
Oh, I saw the empty container. You got a Diet Coke, so you don't get fat.
No, I got it fucking dumped in. It was in a crock pot. When she comes home, she puts it in the crock pot and keeps it warm.
Y'all are them butter not in the fridge people?
Yeah, man.
My wife won't let me do that. Like, she legit, like, I've tried it. She won't let me do it. She'll like put this shit in the fridge.
What, butter?
Yeah, the whole point of butter is this milk that doesn't expire.
Butter sits out on the fucking counter.
Yeah, you can set butter out. I've worked in.
So you can spread it, dude. Otherwise,
I know that.
It's not pliable, bud. How are you supposed to spread it over some toast?
You're supposed to just suffer and ruin your fucking toast.
Yeah, I've worked in Wait, am I? Okay, I'm not muted. I thought I was.
No,
muted.
you're here. Yeah, you're still talking.
No, because I did mute for a second to yell upstairs at Kit, and I thought.
Cringer!
I do that shit too, and then
Oh,
I be
God,
talking and forget that. And then people respond, and they responding to things that you feel like you said, like their responses are for it.
Yeah, I was like, Kit, your hedgehog's up, and look at this chili they sell in Iowa. Wendy's. It's literally what I did, what I yelled upstairs. Yeah, no, you can leave butter out. It's fine. You're supposed to soften your butter.
That's what I mean. That's what I always. That's what
What's is your wife a fucking communist Russian?
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't trust somebody who wants to dress up as Ursula all the time.
Yeah, and then not keep butter in the fucking room temperature.
And carries pepperoni bread in her purse. That's probably a recording device.
That sounds fire.
Yeah, pepperoni bread.
Yeah, because that's why she needs the batteries for it.
No, dude, that shit was fucking. Dude, that shit was funny as fuck. The first time I met Justin, was that the first time or the second time I met your wife? I don't even remember. We were at Bobby's house.
I think Charlotte was before that.
Oh yeah, it was. We were at Bobby's house and fucking.
How come she wasn't eating out pepperoni bread in Chicago, bud?
No, we were at Bobby's house, and Sunday morning, like the ones of us who stayed woke up, and some of the ones who didn't stay came back. And Bobby's cooking up bacon on his little griddle device, whatever it was. And there was like a bunch of fruit and shit out, and his wife's like cutting up nice cheese. And then Justin's wife's just like, oh, here, I've got this. And she reaches in her fucking magic satchel and pulls out like a 3-foot-long loaf of pepperoni.
It just keeps coming out. It's like a small purse, but like it has a giant French loaf comes out of it.
And that was like the highlight of breakfast.
I didn't even know she had it, dude.
Dude, pepperoni bread is fucking fire, dude. It's just fucking garlic fucking bread with cheese and pepperoni.
I'm always on a diet, so she's always hiding good shit that I can't find.
Cut that shit open, lace it up with all that shit, close it up, and bake it for a bit.
Man, I felt bad that morning. I felt like I betrayed the cause. I ate like a giant bowl of fruit and a couple pieces of cheese, and then I ate like one strip of bacon. And everybody else is just like vultures, like flying around Bobby, like it's done yet, it's done yet, it's done yet. Can I have the grease? Or you gonna throw the grease away? Can I have some of that grease?
Yeah, you gonna eat all that?
Can you put some of that in a spoon for me?
I love bacon. Real quick, guys. Hey, we're gonna do one more question, then we gotta wrap this up. All right. So, last question is, what is your favorite horror film?
Oh. That's a good one on the back of the sci-fi question, because some of those can double. So
yeah, for sure. God dang old horror film, bud.
God dang old horror films, man.
I mean, I watch a completely different type of horror film. But
how about my fucking wedding video? Oh.
Why is that so funny?
I know a good one. How about JC's life?
Oh, come on.
Wait, what? What was that? I got a good one. How about JC's wife? Like, that's not even...
Oh, his wife.
Oh, wife. I think he said his wife. That's not even a film.
No, man.
No, that shit wouldn't stand.
She would show up and he'd be dead. She was beating the shit out of him.
She fucking.
Nah, she paid Matt. She paid 50. She paid Matt $50 to drive up there. She like, hey, bae. Hey, bae. Hey, honey.
Hey, everybody.
I'm here to murder this motherfucker.
Hey.
He's like, oh, this skull smashes really good against this floor. How about a little? Come on down here with me, guys. And it's like this nose just caved right on into his brain. And it's really easy. It's really nice. It's fun. It's fun. Hey, Gator. Oh, Gator's eating Gator's eating his ears off. Gator's eating his ears. I guess that means he's dead. Okay. Well, y'all take it easy, and see y'all next time. Don't tell anybody I was here.
Hail Hasbro.
No, I said life.
Hail homicide. I love Matt so much. I love Matt so much. You don't understand. We butt heads and shit, but it's just because I love him so much. Even though he snores like a motherfucker.
Horror films, man. I've never really been into horror films at all.
How about horror films? You can fudge it. What's your favorite horror film?
I only need those in 1 and 2 minute long increments.
Yeah.
What's your favorite chapter of a horror film?
I don't know if I can answer that.
Chapter 3, 2.30 seconds to who am I lying to? 5.30 seconds. See, the movies, the horror movies I like are almost comedies to me at this point, like the old slasher films. You know,
they all are.
I mean, Hellraiser's pretty fucking freaky still.
Well, it's like
the originals.
Nightmare on Elm Street, Child's Play, Leprechaun. They're actually pretty funny.
Yeah, hey, bitch.
Especially when the Leprechaun goes to the hood.
Oh my god! Don't even get me started on that.
Tales from the Hood. Oh yeah.
I watched some like underground horror films that they weren't scary. They actually creeped me out and disgusted me more than anything else. Autumn Underground. Does anybody know who that is?
No.
Who?
It's okay. Well, look it up and then just watch it, and then don't ever talk to me about it. Just do it, and just let me know yes or no in a private message, and then that's it.
Underground.
Yeah, they're like it's like a bunch of like really over the top graphic, almost snuff film presented films.
Like Faces of Death type shit.
No,
it's like the Gonzo
it's made
horror.
up. I mean, it's all made up. Like, it's nothing real. There's nothing real in there, but it's like it's like just like these random scenarios of like dude cutting a girl open and like raping her fucking guts and pulling them all out and shit. Like, it's really over the top. And it's only there. It's only there to be like super over the top. Yeah, exactly. It's only there to be there. Its only function is to function.
It's the edge.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's supposed to be this underground, like, more horror than horror kind of thing. And it won all these awards from these, like, horror award shows they hold at, like, county fairs and shit. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing...
County fairs.
Like, if you've never seen one, you probably never will see one. If that makes sense. Like, if no one's, like, showing you one or suggested it to you, you probably would never hear of it. It's just one of those things that, like, one time somebody brought a DVD. It's like, hey, you guys ever heard of this? And put it on when we were all fucking coked up when we watched it too. And it's like, no, no.
Did you watch it for days?
I watched the entire goddamn thing, and then I watched it again at home, just because I didn't believe I actually watched that shit. I thought I fucking hallucinated it or something, and then I was like, all right, I'm good. I am good on this.
I'm not a big horror movie guy. I'm having a hard time. Is it? You said the worst or the best? You say the worst or the best horror film?
You said best.
The best.
See, I don't want to cop out and say something that's popular and then regret it later and not be able to fix it.
I think Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen.
I don't know. I think The Last Night might be
maybe, yeah.
That might be a little scarier. If you're looking at like classic horror and like I still consider this classic horror. I mean, I think Halloween.
Yeah,
is a good one.
Is that remake good? Has anybody seen that?
Oh, the remake is excellent. It is excellent.
I love it.
I keep walking by it at the movie rental place, like, eh.
No, it is excellent. I remember sitting beside. So we have couples friends, and they have a child. They have a 6-year-old, and we went and we go see movies with him. And he always sits beside me if it's like a superhero movie, and he'll grab my hand and he'll go, "I really like this movie." He's the one that saw my Unique Toys Bruticus and went, "I can't believe my eyes right because that was the coolest Transformer he had ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember we went and saw Halloween. It was me and Kit, and I drug her to see it. And halfway through, I grabbed her hand, and I was like, I really like this movie. I can't believe my eyes right now. But I wasn't even talking about him. Like, it was completely unironic. I was like, this movie's so good. No, it's really good. It's directly after the first Halloween. Like, it cuts out Halloween 2, all the other shit. Like, it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
If you like Halloween, it's really good. If you don't like Halloween, then you might not like it. I'll put it like that.
It's definitely the best remake I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely better than Halloween 6 or whatever. Or H2O or whatever that one with
Season of the Witch!
I actually kind of like that movie, though, for what it was.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with Halloween whatsoever.
I was actually feeling pretty good until I looked at what I ate for dinner.
Yeah.
Looking at a picture of it again.
How big was it?
I don't know. No. I'm talking about the food.
Oh, not the dick.
Like, I didn't get no Wendy's chili.
I do have a fucking good horror movie. This one still fucking scares me. I ain't gonna watch it again. I watch it once. It's enough. The fucking Grudge.
The Grudge.
Really? The Japanese remake?
No,
film?
The American one. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but it's the remake of the Japanese one. And that... I guess I can see how it's scary, but like that's such a trope over there that like if you keep watching those movies of like the pale, long-haired black girls getting out of tight situations, like
The Ring doesn't bother me. I think it has something to do with just the dead doll Asian look of the fucking Grudge girl.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I definitely hear you on that. I'll sit here and talk shit. I'll talk shit about watching the movie and say it's not scary, but if I ever goddamn fucking walked to the bathroom in the middle of the night to piss and I saw that shit, I'd jump through the fucking roof.
The fucking freakiest part was that fucking when her head was going around a goddamn door jam.
Gross. I don't really watch a lot of horror. Loretta won't watch any at all, and generally if we watch something, we watch it together, so I haven't really watched a horror film in fucking forever.
Well, I mean, they're not good.
Generally, yeah, you're right.
Like, I'm just not a... Like, I just pick up too much like, satire and, like, cheesiness from them.
When I was younger, I used to watch that shit so much, I had chills all the fucking time at night. Can't walk nowhere in the dark.
When I was, like, fucking 4 or 5 or, like, 6, somewhere right around that time, I was
like
up
18 or like 20.
Yeah, I was. I remember being up late one time, and I ended up seeing Night of the Living Dead or whatever. One of those.
Nice. The original, the black and white, or the remake?
It was a color one.
Was it the one with? Was it the modern one, or was it like the old one?
I think it was a more modern one at the time.
Yeah,
I
that's still good.
HBO or something. I just remember like.
Yeah.
Like, it gave me nightmares for, like, a year. Like, I remember waking up thinking zombies were trying to eat my brains and shit.
Is it the one that had the half dog in the warehouse?
Me?
One of my vivid memories of it, I remember, like, the teenagers, like, partying in a graveyard at one point.
Oh, that's Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah, Return of the Living Dead.
That's a punk rock one. That's the one with, like, TSOL and shit on the soundtrack.
Yeah, exactly. That's the one.
That's the one where it's like, Tina... If you really love me, you let me eat your brain.
Yeah.
That's Night of the Living, or that's Return of the Living Dead. That's a comedy. That's like a satire series almost.
I don't know if you would consider
it. I picked up the satire or the comedy when I was a kid. I just remember being like, "What the?"
Well, yeah, you didn't, but yeah, like you get older and you see how it's like, "Let me eat your brains," and then like all the cops and the paramedics show up at the electrical station. They all get electrocuted and they eat them. And then the one zombie picks up the radio and like the ambulance is like, send more cops.
Yeah, more.
And send more paramedics.
Yeah.
Send more brains.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not really horror, man, but like one movie that like made me never fucking sleep again. And I was probably, I wasn't a little kid, I was probably 10, 11, so. Was fucking Fire in the Sky.
Which one was that?
Anything with alien abduction scared the fuck out of me when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So I was a big sci-fi nerd, anyways. But like, you know, Fire in the Sky is one where the guy gets fucking abducted.
Oh yeah, I remember the poster of that.
Yeah, that movie's
he's like getting zapped out of the cornfield.
Yeah, that movie's fucking horrifying, dude.
Wasn't that like Mel Gibson or something, or am I overthinking it?
No, that was Signs.
Mel Gibson was the Aliens.
Signs.
Signs. No, but I know
they had the aliens with like no noses and shit, man. They look like fucking
the
toads.
dude's like on the edge of the corn in a clearing, and he's getting zapped up, and he's like off his feet with his chest up in the air.
Yeah, that movie was fucking horrifying. I watched it again, like, for the first time in a long time, not long ago, and that shit still fucking creeps me out.
Dude, remember when they had him on the fucking table and they slapped that fucking black gelatin in his mouth to fucking shut him up?
Yeah.
Ugh. And then
when
put
you're
the
a kid,
thing in his eye.
Yo, I ain't slept in a room without a blind on a fucking window since I was a kid. Like, I will not sleep. I cannot sleep unless my windows are fucking covered, dude.
Kid does not like alien movies. And when I was a kid growing up, like, our house, like, part of it was underground, and then the downstairs was 6 feet underground, and then you go up the stairs to the little landing, the foyer or whatever, and then you go up the stairs, and there's this giant bay window, and man, that shit was fucking ripe territory for kids' nightmares in the 80s, because like my mom had this weird Victorian style bus sitting in the window, and it was this giant open bay window with no blinds or curtains on it. And, like, man, aliens could have got you. Ghosts could have come in. Zombies could have crawled up the side of the house, I guess. Castlevania was a thing, so that bus could have got up and started floating around shooting fireballs at you. Like, I was so fucking scared to walk up those stairs. And I would close, when I'm talking about, like, little kid. Shit, fucking, I was 16. I was like, keep my eyes closed, and I'd turn all the lights on before I'd even open my eyes, and then I'd run to my bedroom.
Like, this is a tactical disadvantage, goddammit. We got to do something about this.
When I was an adult and I went back to my mom's house, she put that little bus in storage, like in a redneck storage. She just threw it in a room that no one was occupying. And I remember taking that thing and putting it in a bag one night, and I took it to the fucking Walmart parking lot, and it was like a ritual fucking killing, and I smashed the fuck out of that thing. Stomped on it.
Like an Office Space.
I tried to set it on fire. I pissed on it, and I was just like, "Fuck you for ruining the best years of my childhood, you piece of shit." And it was like this thing she probably paid $3 for it, like Big Lots or something. But that thing ruined my fucking childhood. That thing freaked me out so bad.
Our house wasn't really big, but the bathroom was far as fuck from my bedroom, and I'd have to wander through the fucking dark hallway in the middle of the night to go take a piss.
I said that like the horror, like the movies that I watched growing up, kind of are funny to me now. But I'll tell you one thing that always will stick out to me. This is when I lived in North Carolina. We didn't have Kroger in the town I lived in, but they had it in Greenville around ECU where my sister lived. And I remember we went to visit my sister at her apartment. She moved into a new apartment, and this is when I was 6. She was still in her second term of college, and she moved into a townhome, and they were watching on Betamax.
Betamax.
What was the Nightmare on Elm Street? It was the one with the kids. It was probably part 5. It's
Dream Warriors.
It was the one after the first one with the kids. It was the one where the black kids in the junkyard, and the bones get up out of the grave and kill him.
I think I was 6.
Yeah, this isn't the one where they consecrated the grave and with the holy water. This is the one after that one.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember he got up and killed that kid, and he's like, "Freddy, is that you?" And I'm like, "Ah!" And then they said Freddy Krueger, and I'm like, "Ah!" And they're like, "You want to go to the grocery store?" I was like, "Yes." And then we drove up to the grocery store, and I saw that sign that said Kroger, and I saw that shit said Kroger, and I fucking lost it. I didn't want to get out of the car. I was like, "No, I've seen this already. He's gonna kill us."
Cute.
Those are still cute. Cool, man. Cool. Those are still like some of my favorite movies, though, man. They have a special place. Like, of all the movies I own, I probably own more of those fucking slasher movies than anything else. Like I have the entire collections. They're great. They're great. Horror movies aren't scary anymore. They try to be, but they're not.
Nah.
What was the last? Oh, go ahead.
That's because we got all this technology now, man. It'd be hard for something to start eating people up and not everybody find out about it.
I mean, what was the last scary movie you guys saw? Like, not the best. Just what was the last movie that scared you? It doesn't matter how recent. Like, what was the last horror movie you saw that actually constituted a horror film, in your opinions? Like, this go your entire life. It doesn't matter how old you were, but what was the last movie that really kind of hit you?
I'm still going with Grudge.
Yeah, The Grudge. Yeah, well, I mean,
Grudge creeps me out too. Yeah.
What the fuck was the one where someone was like in a fucking cave, and they were like basically crawling through the whole thing?
Oh, The Descent. That fucking terrifies
like
my wife.
Crazy fucking like, I don't know, ghouls or some shit that were under in the cave.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Dude,
that was pretty good.
It had like claustrophobia on top of some shit, like being able to, some shit tracking you down and trying to get you, and you'd navigate through a place that you can't see. Like that movie gave me anxiety watching.
I haven't seen it, but just from the way you described it, that's probably my number one. we went to Indian caves around here. It was like an old Indian ritual cave, and I was like, I can do a cave, because you think you walk straight in, but this one you had to walk down into it, and like
into it and shit.
It's this giant fucking space with like 17 stairs, like flights of stairs going down, and I'm like, nope.
No, these were like fucking body-sized tunnels.
Yeah, no, that's
you don't
I'm
have
saying
space to move around and shit.
No, I'm saying going down the giant opening cavern on man-made stairs, like with a tour group. I was like, nope. I sure as fuck am not crawling through some body-sized caverns. Fuck that, dude. That's no.
Yeah, that movie gave me fucking anxiety when I watched it, and I'm not even like super claustrophobic. But I think that after watching it, I am more now.
Yeah, well, it's
crawling in a cave, are you?
You don't know if you are until you are. Like you don't know your greatest fear until you meet your greatest fear.
Well, imagine like I want to get the fuck out of here, but I can't. There's no way. Like I need fuck. You can't back up. You can't. But you can barely move forward. Like
you're helpless, and that's like that's primal fear.
Or like being in a fucking waking up in a casket buried.
Yeah, yeah. That's yeah.
Fuck.
There's one thing to be claustrophobic, and like you're in like a room that you think is a little small, or you're in an area you think's not open enough, and it really is, and you start freaking out. It's another thing to like fear being in like you said, a casket or like
buried
an area
alive
where you can't. Yeah, no, well, fuck that, dude. Yeah, fuck that. That's the top of my list. I don't want to give all the information out on YouTube Live, but that's the top of my list.
All right. Well,
if anybody wants to get really froggy, that's what you got to do to me. Hear me alive.
All right. Well, I think it's time for us to wrap this up. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for coming on board for open mic night. Thanks, guys.
And what was the name of this show, sir?
Oh, yeah. The name of tonight's open mic here on TKO was Galaxy of Camel Dicks. A reference to Step Brothers.
Well, it was our pleasure.
Wait, Chris.
Yes.
Did we just become best friends?
No.
No.
I think he was talking to Welty anyway.
It doesn't matter. I was talking to anybody who loved me.
Yeah, it was a Step Brothers reference.
That's
it's like a lightning bolt touched the tip of my penis.
Yeah, I love that movie. Shout out to fucking Bobby Skullface. That's one thing we have in common. That movie. That was one of our earliest bonding experiences with that movie. Do we just want to be best friends? Anyway, that's a great movie. It sucks that Holmes and Watson, well, sucked. But.
Yeah. Yeah, you can only go to the well so many times with that shtick.
Yeah.
And they're doing a Step Brothers too.
No, that's canceled.
Oh, good.
That's not going to happen yet.
Yeah.
After fucking Holmes and Watson are like, maybe it's not such a good idea.
No, that got canceled. They canceled that shit months ago. They said that wasn't going to happen. That's it. It ran its course. It's not going to happen at this point. But Zombieland double taps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down.
Zombieland 2 sounds fun. The first one was
Woody
fun.
Harrelson is a national treasure.
Yeah.
God damn. Sour
Good night, folks.
Good night, folks.
Good night.
Dun, 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 dun.